And a pleasant good evening, ladies and gentlemen, from the Newman Flanagan Center on the campus of Briarcliff University in Sioux City, Iowa. It's Great Plains Athletic Conference basketball. We had rivalry week in college football last week. Let's do it here tonight. Rivals Northwestern and Briarcliff. Men's women's doubleheader will take to the hardwood here in just a few minutes at the Newman Flanagan Center as they get ready to renew this classic rivalry in a battle of teams that have done so 92 times so far in school history. Northwestern does own the advantage, 56-36. The Red Raiders have won the last 5 and 7 out of 10 in this series. But for the Chargers, they're upset-minded against the 11th ranked team in the country. And Coach Chris Yaw, they're 7-1, 3-1 in the Great Plains Athletic Conference. Briarcliff is 2-6 and 1-3 in Great Plains Athletic Conference play. Sammy Bloom shows the way for the Red Raiders, 15.5 points per game. She is terrific as always. The Red Raiders are playing without a few players on their roster because they're competing at the NAIA National Volleyball Championships happening right now at the Tyson Event Center, downtown Sioux City. So they'll have a few players, I do believe, that'll join their roster once volleyball season is done, which is a great thing about NAIA athletics. You have the chance to play multiple sports. The Chargers will wear all white here this evening. Northwestern will wear red from top to bottom. Northwestern written across the front in black. They've got black numerals and white trim. As we close in on tip-off, we'll take a brief timeout for the national anthem. When we return, we'll set up tonight's game with your starting lineups here on the Charger Sports Network at BCUChargers.com. Back at the Newman Flanagan Center, I'm Justin Barker. Glad to have you alongside here on the Charger Sports Network at BCUChargers.com. Starting lineup for the visiting 11th ranked Red Raiders. Bree Schudeman wears number 14. She's a 5'11 senior, hometown product out of Orange City, Iowa. Taylor Vandervelde wears number 15, a 5'8 sophomore from Sioux Falls, South Dakota. Sammy Bloom is a 5'7 junior from Rock Valley wearing number 21. Alexis Toring wears number 31, a 5'11 sophomore from Sioux Center, Iowa. And number 32 is Devin Kemble, a 5'6 sophomore from Panora, Iowa. For Mike Power and your Briarcliff University Chargers, Alyssa Carley wears number 1. She's a 5'11 senior out of Trainer, Iowa. Brianna Allen wears number 4, a 5'6 senior from Croston, Nebraska. Connor Sudman wears number 5, the fantastic freshman, 5'11 from Trainer, Iowa. Madeline Deitzler sports number 14, a 5'11 sophomore from Trainer, Iowa. And Shannon Sokolowski rounds out the starting lineup of 5'10 freshman from Irene, South Dakota. Chargers scoring 69.9 points a game. They're giving up 90.1. Northwestern averages 88.9 points a game. They give up 63.8. Sammy Bloom, the leading Red Raider, at 15.5 a game. Connor Sudman, the leading Charger, at 15.9 points per game. The 93rd installment of this storied rivalry between the Red Raiders and the Chargers about ready to tip off here at the Newman Flanagan Center. Again, the Chargers in white, top to bottom. Briarcliff written across the front in royal blue, trimmed out in gold. Good gold numerals. Trimmed out in blue as Coach Power gets ready to break His final huddle of the ball game. The Red Raiders starters ready to go. The Chargers starters ready to go. Briarcliff will go from right to left here in the first half of action. 2-6 Briarcliff. 7-1 Northwestern. A men's women's doubleheader here tonight on campus here at Briarcliff. Thank you for joining us anywhere around the world via YouTube at bcuchargers.com. It's Deitzler and Toring in the center circle. Toring will win it, and the Northwestern Red Raiders will have the first crack at points as they go from left to right on your screen. Sammy Bloom has it up top with a couple of right-hand dribbles. She'll flip it into the corner. Kimball for three, no good. Brianna Allen with a nice box out of the rebound, and Alyssa Carley will work it up for BCU against some pressure by the Red Raiders. They play very good pressure defense, sometimes end line to end line. 9:35 to play here in the first quarter. Sudman makes the catch in the far corner. She's got the baseline. She'll take it, getting underneath the hoop, but she backs in and, well, coax Bree Schudeman into her first foul of the game, the team's first. So Sudman will go to the free throw line, where she's an 84% free throw shooter. Hastings up top the loop because they've played the most games at this point. They are 4-0. Number one Concordia at 3-0. Then it's Dordt, Northwestern, and Morningside all at 3-1. Jamestown and Dakota Wesleyan at 2-2. Mount Marty, Midland, and Briarcliff at 1-3. Doane still looking for their initial victory here inside GPAC play, as is College of St. Mary. They are 0-4. 1-0 BCU. Sudman hits 1 of 2 at the free throw line. Schudeman throws across the top. Kimball with it. Down into the corner. They work it inside. Vandervelde will twirl around and shoot and score after catching it in the paint. Some other games of the GPAC slate tonight. 8th ranked Morningside is at Midland. Doane is at number 1 Concordia. College of St. Mary at Hastings. 5th ranked Dordt on the road at Jamestown, who's receiving votes. And it's Mount Marty at 13th ranked Dakota Wesleyan. Carley has it in the near corner to Sokolowski. She'll turn and look towards the top of the key as she floats it through the paint. Sudman will have to work into the far corner and run it down. 5 on the shot clock for Briarcliff. Carley off the dribble at the elbow, out to Brianna Allen for a long three, no good. As it bounds around and into the far corner, Sokolowski tried to save it in, but it goes out of bounds. A good hustle on the far side, but it will go to the Red Raiders. 8:35 to play first quarter. Red Raider basketball. Schudeman with it. She'll throw it into the corner. Vandervelde hits the cutting Bloom, but she goes back out top. Three-pointer all the way. Schudeman good. 5-1 Northwestern. Good ball movement on the inside-out play as Sudman brings it up for Briarcliff. Sudman changes direction on her dribble a few times. Sokolowski has it. Long to volleyball stripe near midcourt. Allen catches at the free throw line. She'll hand it off. Carley will stop and pop. No good. Strong rebound inside for Deitzler. Put back good. Madeline Deitzler averaging 13.3 points per game. The leading Charger rebounder at 5.5 per contest. Good offensive rebound and putback for Madeline Deitzler. 5-3. Stolen up top by Brianna Allen. Allen will work it across the half-court stripe and into the corner for Carley. Carley doesn't see much of a shooting opportunity there. Deitzler comes to set a screen, and a foul will be called against Sammy Bloom. That'll be her second, or her first team's second. We've got the NAIA Women's National Volleyball Championship happening at the Tyson Event Center. Went down and sampled some volleyball this afternoon. Pool play continues through tomorrow. Then it's quarterfinals on Friday, semifinals Saturday morning, and the national champion will be crowned here Saturday night. Deitzler off the mark. Rebounded by the Red Raiders. Got some GPAC schools, including Northwestern, making their way through pool play. Reverse lay-in up and good. Alexis Toring gets it. Very nice play as she drove from the right to the left underneath the basket. Sudman needs some help. Sudman gets rid of it over to Carley. She'll crisscross the court and overthrow Brianna Allen out of bounds. Jaden Businger into the lineup for BCU, 5'7" sophomore from Bissett, Nebraska. Peyton Slaughter, 5'6" freshman from Cherokee, joins the lineup as well. A couple of Red Raiders in. We'll pick them up as they become part of the action, including Jada Cunningham. Cunningham with the basketball. 5'8" sophomore from Sioux Falls, South Dakota. Stolen away by Carley. Businger will work it up for BCU, finding a little bit of an opening. Carly left open for three. She'll fire off the front of the rim, no good. Rebounded by Jaden Businger, and another chance for Briarcliff as the shot clock resets to 20. Back down to 15. Free throw line pass to Slaughter, and she traveled. Turnover to the Red Raiders. Cunningham will work it up for Northwestern. She'll get it back at the point. Looking to throw inside to Bloom, and it's overthrown into the hands of Deitzler. She'll collect the steal and work it into the front court for BCU as she leaves it off for Businger. Slaughter throws near side for Sudman. Sudman down onto the block for Businger. She comes out beyond the stripe. Had it knocked away. Gets it back to Carly with 10 seconds on the shot clock. Alyssa Carly bounces into the paint for Slaughter. Sudman to the free throw line. She'll twirl around the top. 3 on the shot clock. Down to 2. Slaughter's going to have to get rid of it. Can't do it in time. Shot clock violation against BCU. And that's a turnover to the Red Raiders near the midway point here of the first quarter. 7-3 football score so far. Kemble with it. They twirl it around far side. Schudeman for 3, a little bit off the mark. Rebounded by Deitzler. She starts to collect a few rebounds here in the early going. Carly into the corner, Businger. Businger takes a dribble. Hits Deitzler. Deitzler through the paint to Sudman for the basket. Connor Sudman with 3, and it's 7-5. Thrown to Schudeman on the left wing. She throws back across near side. Good defense by the Chargers. Bloom open for 3, though. Right side of the circle, top of the key, and she gets it to go. 10-5. Carly wants to go coast to coast, beats the defense back. Lay in, no good. Last touch by Businger as it goes out of bounds. Emily Danner into the Northwestern lineup. Taylor Vandervelde as well. And Hannah Nerum. Kalina Asbill sees her first action of the night for Briarcliff. 5'3" freshman from Reed Springs, Missouri. Sarah Dreckman in as well. 5'6" senior from Marcus. Brianna Allen will also join the Charger 5. 10-5, 5 minutes to play, first quarter. Asbill plays a little bit of light pressure up the floor, causing a couple of extra passes for Northwestern. Cunningham stops and pops in and out, no good. Deitzler with another rebound, her third so far. And Asbill will work the near side of the floor. Businger's pass is knocked out of the air and stolen by Vandervelde. Vandervelde will zigzag her way up the floor. Now Asbill knocks it down and steals it herself. She doesn't have numbers, so she'll dribble through and await her teammates. Pass knocked down and eventually stolen. Cunningham got a hand on it. Nerum ran it down. Danner to Cunningham and over to Vandervelde. Vandervelde looks inside, has Toring. She goes to the basket from the left side, no good. Rebound poked around. Deitzler will pull it in for BCU as Asbill will look to call the play as she crosses half court. Across the top to Allen at the point. Near side for Dreckman. Dreckman down to Deitzler on the block. She goes strong and is fouled. It'll be against Emily Danner, her first and the team's third, but a shooting foul for Madeline Deitzler. 52% free throw shooter on the season. Looking to cut into the Red Raider lead. Free throw is good for Deitzler. She's got 3. So Madeline will put her Nike back on the stripe. No good on the second attempt, too strong. Danner with the rebound. She'll outlet to Cunningham for Northwestern. Red Raiders attack the offensive zone with 3:45 to play in the quarter and a 10-6 lead. Cunningham, as Businger tries to push her baseline, she turns into a face full of Businger and throws it away. Brianna Allen with a steal. Allen ahead to Businger. Guarded quickly by Vandervelde. She'll throw it to Asbill at the free throw line, who gives it right back. Cut off nicely by Cunningham defensively. Businger looks to go left, being poked at. She throws to Deitzler, who takes a dribble, steps towards the basket, banks it in from straight on. Madeline Deitzler with 5. 10-8 Red Raiders. as a slew of Chargers head to the scorer's table. Open for three, Vandervelde, good. Nice follow through. She was ready to shoot. Had her shoulders square to receive the basketball and get rid of it quickly. 13-8. Asbill dribbles through traffic. Allen helps out. Businger open for three for the answer. Right wing, swish. Jaden Businger for three, and it's 13-11 Northwestern. Chargers dig in nicely defensively. Businger lost her footing, but a foul will be called as she tried to get back up. I believe she'll get it. No, she won't. Deichler will. Her first, team's first of the game. And a line change for BCU. It's Carly, Sudman, Slaughter, Sokolowski, and Taylor Lamprecht into the ball game for the first time. Taylor, a 5'9" freshman from Ponca, Nebraska. 2:40 to go, quarter number one, 13-11. Inbound play to Vandervelde. Danner left open in the corner. She fires for three. It's no good. Nice box out by Lamprecht. Run down by Slaughter. And Sudman will bring it up the floor at the top of the key as she cuts right. Over to Carly, into the corner for Sokolowski. Sokolowski with a few dribbles. Left open for three. She'll fire. It's off the mark. Slaughter and, let's see, who was it? Sammy Bloom in a heck of a battle for the rebound. Got tangled up with one another. It goes out of bounds. It'll be last touched by Peyton Slaughter. Good no call by the refereeing crew. Just to let them play through that. Because both playing exceptionally hard. 2:05 to go in the quarter. Bloom holds the basketball and fires back far side for Schudeman. Schudeman lost her footing. Ball loose on the deck. It'll be a jump ball. Possession arrow favors Briarcliff. Good hustle play by the Chargers. Briarcliff shooting 4 of 9 at 44%. Northwestern an even 50% at 5 of 10. Slaughter collects the inbounds play and will work it up. She works into a double team. Vandervelde and Bloom playing good defense. Slaughter flips it to Sokolowski, who's got Carly cutting towards the right elbow. Carly at the free throw line. Sudman cuts into the paint with the dribble, stops, fakes, goes to the bucket, and banks it in. Connor Sudman with a nice one-on-one play against good defense. Tied at 13. Vandervelde almost had it stolen. Carly steps into the passing lane. Very good defensive play by Briarcliff coming out of the shoot here. Contesting every pass and stepping in the way of everything they possibly can. Inbound is clean to Schudeman. Chargers come in having lost back-to-back games to Dort 93-58 and at Dakota Wesleyan 74-55. Thrown out of bounds, turnover to Briarcliff. But if you go to Sioux Center and you go to the Corn Palace up in Mitchell, two very difficult places to play. Chris Yaw calls a timeout. First timeout called here of the half with 1:15 to go in the quarter. We're tied at 13, but when you look at the way that this Charger team has been battle-tested early in the year, it's pretty impressive, actually, because they've pretty much played a gauntlet of ranked teams. And looking ahead to Morningside coming up on Saturday, but with all involved, St. Xavier and Olivet Nazarene ranked, Concordia number 1, Dakota Wesleyan 13, Northwestern 11, and Morningside number 8. So over half of the games they've played in this early season have come against ranked opponents, and very good opponents at that, obviously, if you're in the top 25. But there's been no lack of competition for Coach Power and his crew. Lamprecht will inbound to Sudman. Sudman needs some help, finds it in Lamprecht. 3-on-2 BCU. Lamprecht goes right side. Carly open for three, no good. High rebound, poked around, run down. Let's see. It'll stay with Briarcliff. Inbound play goes high up top for Taylor Lamprecht. 20 on the shot clock. She loses it, though. Kemble with a steal. Kemble with it, stopping at the top of the key. Schudeman was open for three, doesn't take it. Goes to Sammy Bloom instead, who throws it back across the top. And Kemble thought that referee Royce Raniger was a player. Threw it at Royce's head. Thankfully, he ducked, and it goes out of bounds. But into the 9th game of the season, the Chargers have already played 5 ranked opponents. And it won't get any easier. Not playing in the Great Plains Athletic Conference, anyway. Slaughter has it poked away from behind. She takes a hip check from Vandervelde as they're both pretty much occupying the same space for the ball. Bloom's three-pointer is off the mark. Sokolowski with the rebound for Briarcliff. She turns and has Slaughter. Slaughter, top of the key now, free throw line. Out to Carly, open for three on the wing. Good, Alyssa Carly! 16-13 BCU as Carly goes for the steal, and it'll be last touch by Schudeman, out of bounds to Briarcliff. Another excellent hustle play. Deitzler puts it in play. Sudman works it up the floor quickly, wants to go to the basket, throws it up as she falls away, but is fouled by Vandervelde. That'll be her first and the team's 4th here of the quickly expiring first quarter. Connor Sudman will go to the free throw line. We'll get some scores for you from around the G-Pack. Free throw is good for Sudman. Sudman has 6. Sudman hits both. So Connor Sudman with 7. Charger lead is 5. 5 seconds, down to 4, down to 3. Vandervelde will throw, and she traveled with 1.3 seconds left. So the Chargers won't be able to do a whole lot with it, and they'll be content to let time expire here in the first quarter. With the score, Briarcliff 18, 11th ranked Northwestern 13. We'll be back in just a second here on the Charger Sports Network at bcuchargers.com. (18-13) your score here at the Newman Flanagan Center. The Chargers and the Red Raiders. Briarcliff has the lead, led by Connor Sudman with 7. Madeline Deitzler with 5. Businger and Carly each have hit a 3 tonight. For Northwestern, led by Taylor Vandervelde with 5. 3 from Sammy Bloom. Bree Schudeman hit a 3, and Alexis Toring has a basket. Some other scores from around the G-Pack. Going into the second quarter, it's Morningside 30-12 over Midland. Concordia out to an 18-5 lead over Doane. Second quarter, Hastings 33-15 over College of St. Mary. It's Dordt 12-11 over Jamestown, and Dakota Wesleyan 24-16. They lead Mount Marty in the second quarter. Getting ready for our second quarter. Northwestern will have the ball first as we put things in play. Thank you. Kalina Asbill will pick up the personal foul. She knocked through Devin Kemble. Her first, team's first of the quarter. Chargers shooting 50%, 6 of 12 in quarter number 1. Northwestern 5 of 11. Chargers 2 of 6 beyond the arc. Northwestern 3 of 7. Kemble thought about a 3, cut off nicely by Sokolowski. 15 on the Red Raiders shot clock. Shoot him into Bloom. Bloom throws to Vandervelde, who wasn't expecting the pass. Asbill goes to the floor to get it. Sudman picks it up ahead to Carly. Carly's lay-in is good. Alyssa Carly with 5. 20-13 Briarcliff. Chargers' intensity again tonight has been excellent so far. Schudeman open for three. She'll spot, fire, and score. Asbill with it. Asbill stops and throws it across the top. Sokolowski. Sudman out to Carly. Carly wants a three. In and out, no good as it rolls around, and they're going to get Deitzler on the back of the Red Raider rebounder. That'll be her second foul, team's second of the quarter. That'll bring Taylor Lamprecht back into the ball game for the Chargers. (20-16), 8:50 to play. First half, three-pointer on the way from Kemble is off the mark. It goes out of bounds. And I think Mr. Referee is going to be overruled here. I think the Chargers did get a finger on it, so that's the right call. They fixed it and did so quickly. So it'll be Red Raider basketball. Poked loose by Sudman, but Bloom there to collect it. Red Raiders work it around the perimeter. Vandervelde out top, near side. Bloom for three, blocked down by Sudman. She saves it into Lamprecht, and Asbill comes out with it. She'll crisscross her dribble and bring it into the offensive zone for Briarcliff. Bounce down to Sokolowski. Sokolowski takes a few dribbles out to Asbill. Asbill steps back, thought about popping a jumper but won't. Carly collects well away from the three-point line. High post, Sudman will drive. She kicks it off into the corner. Sokolowski for three, good! Shannon Sokolowski for three. Free throw line jumper, Vandervelde off the mark. Bloom rebounds, throws it up as she falls away from the basket. Got bodies colliding everywhere, but the Chargers come out with it. Sudman to Sokolowski, but stepping into the passing lane is Toring, who pokes it out of bounds. So it'll be Briarcliff basketball. (23-16) with 7:50 to play first half. Clock runs, as does Peyton Slaughter. Slaughter traveled. Turnover back to the Red Raiders. Eighth turnover for Briarcliff. Northwestern has committed 11. Cunningham on the dribble. She'll pick it up. Kemble with it. Back to Cunningham. At the elbow, and Sudman knocks it into the Briarcliff bench. So Danner will inbound for Northwestern. To Cunningham. Bloom back to Cunningham. They play catch up top. Cunningham starts a drive and stops at the elbow. Cut down nicely by Slaughter. Kemble open for three in the corner. Off the mark, high rebound, battled for, and it hit the, must have hit the shot clock. It's Mr. Referee right on top of it. As the ball will go to the Chargers with 7:19 to play in the half. Slaughter will work it up against aggressive defender Sammy Bloom. Slaughter picked up now by Kemble. Slaughter bounces to Sudman at the free throw line, who hands it back to Brianna Allen. Sudman lobs it into Lamprecht, who's fouled on her way in. It'll be to Devin Kemble. Her first and the team's first of the quarter. So it'll be Taylor Lamprecht at the free throw line. 11 of 20 on the season entering tonight. First one is good. 24-16 Chargers. Second one for Taylor Lamprecht, in and out, no good. Rebounded by Toring. Worked up by Cunningham for Northwestern. She'll stop. She's got a shooter open for three. No good off the mark from Danner. And a foul on the rebound inside. We'll go to Jaden Businger. Her first and the team's third. Madeline Deitzler back in for BCU, working on a 5-point evening already with 4 rebounds to go along with it. Red Raiders set a few screens on the potential inbounds play. Allen knocks it back into the Briarcliff bench, so Cunningham will have to come over here to the near side and put it back in play. A couple of incredibly veteran coaches here with Power and Yaw. Seen each other dozens of times as Cunningham fires for 3 and scores. 24-19. Slaughter lost the handle momentarily, gathers it back in nicely along the sideline. Sudman pushes near side. Good ball movement down to Deitzler. She'll post up. Shot off the front of the rim. No good. Rebounded by Toring. And Cunningham works the other way. Cunningham comes to a stop. Has a trailer. Danner for 3. Off the front of the rim. No good. Danner hustles to try to save it in on the far side, but it goes out of bounds. Erica Sage into the lineup for the Red Raiders. 5'6" sophomore from Freeman, South Dakota. Kalita Asbill will check back into the lineup for Peyton Slaughter. Got a little blood on Peyton's arm, so we'll have to get that taken care of before she can come back in as Asbill works her way across the half-court stripe. Her pass knocked out of the air. Sudman runs it down. Connor Sudman with the basketball. She goes left. Had it knocked away, but that will be a travel because nobody else touched it. She came back down with it. So the turnover will give it back to the Red Raiders. With 6:08 to play first half. 24-19 your score. Connor Sudman with 7 leading Briarcliff. Bree Scheideman with 6 leading Northwestern. Cunningham, nice bounce pass through traffic inside to Toring, who gets the 2 on the right side with a little bank shot. Asbill over to Businger, open for 3. She'll fire. Good! Second 3 of the night for Jaden Businger and a big basket for the Chargers to stop a little Red Raider momentum. Free throw line for Danner, over to Bloom. Bloom fires for 3. That's off the mark. Deitzler with her 5th rebound of the evening. Deitzler ahead to Sudman. Sudman and Bloom one-on-one. Sudman wins it to the hoop, but can't get the lay-in to go. Rebound pulled down by Northwestern and Toring. Toring back quickly. She's on the attack. Contorts around Carly. Shot off the mark, and Deitzler has it. Deitzler ahead to Carly. Carly drives the paint. Right-handed shot off the right side of the rim. Rebounded by Alyssa Carly. Put back up and good for Alyssa Carly. She's got 7. 29-21. Cunningham, top of the key, lobs it to the free throw line for Danner. Over to Sage for a high, arcing 3 off the mark. Businger with a rebound. 6 points, 2 rebounds for Businger. Carly, right side drive, cut off by Cunningham. Shot off the mark. Rebound pulled in by Danner. Cunningham, left-handed pass ahead to Erica Sage. Top of the key. Danner traveled. Went to step into a shot and absolutely traveled. So the turnover will give it back to the Chargers. Ashley Hohenstein into the Charger lineup. The 5'11 junior from South Sioux City, Nebraska. Oh, never mind. Not Ashley. Peyton Slaughter had to switch to 24. Saw that smile and knew that I was wrong. But she's going with 24 as Sokolowski drives. She'll be stopped by a foul. So Slaughter will not be number 11 for the rest of the evening, and the cleaning staff will go to work. So it'll be Slaughter. Bouncing it into Deitzler. Deitzler takes a few dribbles right, switches back to her left and out to Slaughter. Nice aggressive pass across the court to Carly. Her floater is no good. And it's rebounded by Hannah Neerum. Bloom wants a long 3, and it's good. Sammy Bloom, a terrific shooter. She's got 6. 29-24, just under 4 minutes to play here in the half, with Slaughter at the top of the key for BCU. Over to Carly and back to Slaughter, bounce to Sokolowski. She'll turn and face the hoop and go back to Carly. Slaughter open for three up top, no good. Little long on the shot. Rebound pulled in by Scheidemann for Northwestern. Vandervelde collects, right side lay in good, got around the defense. Vandervelde with 7. Lead cut to 3, 29-26. Sokolowski and the Chargers have it. The cutter is Deitzler, but thrown away. Vandervelde turns it up for Briarcliff. One-on-one with Carly. Vandervelde to the hoop, no good, and a late whistle will put Vandervelde on the free throw line. The foul coming to Alyssa Carly. Taylor Lamprecht into the ball game for Briarcliff for Deitzler. So Vandervelde at the free throw line. Free throw is good. (29-27). Second free throw is good as well. Alexis Toring back into the ball game. For the Red Raiders, they've cut the lead to 1. So Slaughter and the Chargers go back to work. Dreckman, Slaughter and over to Carly. Back to Slaughter at the point. Sokolowski calls for it inside, cutting her way through the paint, back and forth. Bass batted down, but into the hands of Dreckman. Lamprecht long bounce pass into the far corner with 10 on the shot clock. Slaughter open for 3, no good. Rebound falls in empty space to a Red Raider. Scheidemann ahead of traffic, gets the left-hand lay-in. Bree Scheidemann gives the Red Raiders the lead at 30-29. Carly back up top for Slaughter. Dreckman throws across the court to Carly. Back to Slaughter at the point, bouncing into Sokolowski. She'll turn. Has Carly open for 3, no good. Rebound pulled in by Niram of the Red Raiders. Maddie Jones into the Northwestern lineup, wearing number 25 as she pushes it forward for the Red Raiders. Back over to Jones, left side of the circle, top of the key, now to the point for Bloom, and back over to Jones. Back to Bloom. Bloom looks near side. Scheidemann wanted a 3, but Dreckman closed the door. She'll dribble. Bloom will fire for a long 3. No good off the mark. Lamprecht with the rebound. She'll turn an outlet to Slaughter as we get ready to pass the 2-minute mark here in the first half. Slaughter's bounce pass batted down, stolen by the Red Raiders. Bounce pass to Bloom, but Bloom lost her footing, tripped up on her shoes. To Slaughter, and a whistle. Bree Scheidemann will pick up her second. Team's third. Kalina Asbill, Jaden Businger, Brianna Allen, Connor Sudman, and Taylor Lamprecht now the Charger 5 as Coach Power brings in 4 new players this time around. Lamprecht top of the key, backs into the free throw line and throws out to Allen, 20 on the shot clock. Allen to Sudman in the near corner. She looks inside. Lamprecht covered up, so she'll come out, set a screen. Niram tries to knock it away from Sudman, knocks it out of bounds. 12 on the Charger shot clock. Asbill will do the inbounding, looking for an option. It's Businger. She collects and dribbles off to the far side of the floor with 7 on the shot clock. Businger looks to lob it inside to Lamprecht. Niram with a steal. Niram wants to go coast to coast. Left side lay in, no good, too hard. Rebounded inside by Toring. Put back good, and a BCU foul coming. Connor Sudman will pick up the foul, the team's 5th. So double bonus free throws for the rest of the half, although a shooting foul there anyway for Alexis Toring. Free throw, or a and one opportunity for Alexis. She collects. 33-29, Red Raider lead to 4 with 1:15 to go in the first half. Fired into Sudman at the free throw line. Out to Asbill, she'll fire along 2, and it's good. Kalina Asbill with a basket. 33-31. Bloom throws near side. Goes back to Bloom at the point. Jones off of the far side will now catch it. Back to Bloom at the top to the free throw line. Toring and a foul. Kalina Asbill will pick up her second. So as we mentioned, it'll be double bonus free throws on these fouls for the Red Raiders. Peyton Slaughter back in for Briarcliff. As you have to substitute now before the first free throw, or you gotta wait and hope the second one's made. Toring's free throw is good. 34-31 with 49 seconds to go in the half. Second one on the way. That one is good as well. 9 now for Alexis Toring. Lead is 4, 35-31. Shot clock didn't reset all the way to 30. Reset to 20, so they give the Chargers the 10 seconds. Back on the clock, so it'll be 25 on the shot clock as we restart play, and knocked out. So Businger will inbound with 22 on the shot clock and 40 seconds to go in the half. Allen and Slaughter play catch. Back to Allen. Allen spots for three, and it's good. Big three by Brianna Allen. Lead cut to 1. As Maddie Jones will work it up. Bloom throws near side for Kimball. Stolen by Allen. Allen saves it in, crashes into the table. Connor Sudman there to collect it. Chargers have 10 seconds to work with here at the end of the half. Sudman with 10. Down to 8. Sudman left open, spots for three, in and out, no good. Rebound collected nicely by Bloom in traffic, and the Red Raiders will not have a shot opportunity, but an entertaining first half comes to a conclusion. The 11th ranked Northwestern Red Raiders 35, the Briarcliff Chargers 34. We'll collect some stats for you and get you ready for the second half. We'll take a brief timeout here on the Charger Sports Network, and we'll be right back. It's halftime here at the Newman Flanagan Center. Northwestern 35 and Briarcliff 34. Square Tire halftime show coming up. Back inside the Newman Flanagan Center, it's halftime on the Chargers Sports Network at BCUChargers.com. Every game at 1 here in the GPAC at halftime. Halftime here as well, obviously. Square Tire halftime report, 35-34. The Red Raiders of Northwestern lead the Briarcliff University Chargers. 8th-ranked Morningside has a 42-34 halftime lead over Midland. It's number 1 Concordia 53-10 over Doane. Halftime score. Hastings 58-32 over College of St. Mary. Dordt has a 35-25 lead at Jamestown with about 90 seconds to go in the first half there. And Dakota Wesleyan a 37-16 lead over Mount Marty as Dakota Wesleyan closed the half on at least a 13-0 run, because at last check we had it 24-16, then it ended up 37-16, so go ahead and do the math. First half scoring statistics for the Chargers. Alyssa Carley and Connor Sudman with 7 each. Jaden Businger with 6, Madeline Deisler with 5, Brianna Allen with 3, Shannon Sokolowski with 3, and Taylor Lamprecht with a free throw. For Northwestern's Red Raiders, Alexis Toring and Taylor Vandervelde have 9 each. Bree Scheidemann with 8, Sammy Bloom with 6, and Jada Cunningham with 3. Chargers shooting of 42.9% on 12 of 28. 5 of 14 at the free throw line, or 5 of 14 beyond the arc, 5 of 8 at the free throw line. Northwestern 12 of 30 from the field for 40%, 6 of 18 at the beyond the arc, and 5 of 5 at the free throw line. Briarcliff has a rebounding advantage, 19-17. 9 assists, 12 turnovers for BCU, 9 assists, 14 turnovers for Northwestern. Bench scoring 9-3 for the Chargers, points in the paint tied at 12. Second chance points 6-3 for Briarcliff, and the points off of turnover battle right now in favor of the Chargers, 10-7. Also in GPAC activity today and into tonight, the NAIA National Volleyball Championship happening right now. Try to get some scores from there as well, as Northwestern, Morningside, College of St. Mary, and Jamestown all playing. Don't want to forget anybody, obviously. Trying to find the scoring. I will get it for you. Happening at the Tyson Event Center. Now we'll get that for you in just a minute, because the website not being all that cooperative, so there's that. Technology, we love it, don't we? Major college basketball tonight, some good games on the slate as well. 23rd ranked Villanova 48-44 over Penn with 13 minutes to play. 21st ranked Tennessee leads Florida A&M at 39-18. Purdue putting a hurting to 5th ranked Virginia 26-9 with 4 minutes to go in the first half. 3rd ranked Maryland trails Notre Dame halfway through the first half, 11-8. And we'll have some more scores as those roll in. One of the big games tonight in the ACC Big Ten Challenge, number 6 Ohio State, number 7 North Carolina. That ought to be a fun one, so check that one out if you have the opportunity. Tell those some of the scores, some of the things happening throughout the Great Plains Athletic Conference and throughout the country in major college and, of course, NAIA activity here on the Chargers Sports Network at bcuchargers.com. We'll take a brief timeout. We'll come back in a few minutes on the Square Tire Halftime Report. Back on the Square Tire halftime report here on the Charger Sports Network at BCUChargers.com. Northwestern 35, Briarcliff 34. Halftime here at the Newman Flanagan Center. Taking a look at the scores from the NAIA National Volleyball Championship happening here in Sioux City as well. Earlier today, Southern Oregon defeated Bellevue in Nebraska 3-2. Eastern Oregon swept Reinhardt 3-0. Lindsey Wilson out of Kentucky beat Madonna of Michigan 3-0. Central Methodist out of Missouri, a 3-0 winner over Indiana University Kokomo. Jamestown out of the GPAC, a 3-1 winner over Westmont out of California. Number 1 team in the country, Park out of Missouri over Providence of Montana 3-1. Viterbo over Embry-Riddle of Arizona 3-1. Marion of Indiana, the Knights beat Ottawa of Kansas 3-0. Columbia, Missouri, another one of the top schools, a perennial volleyball power. They were 3-1 winners over Xavier of Louisiana. And the Morningside College Mustangs, a 3-2 winner over Oklahoma City. And with a win tomorrow, the Mustangs would be in the quarterfinal round, and they were afforded the host seed. Not an overall seed, obviously, but lost to Park last night, 3-1, but coming back with a win over the 16th ranked team in the country, Oklahoma City, has put the Mustangs in the driver's seat to make it to the quarterfinal round. So congratulations to Morningside. Northwestern playing right now at the Tyson. We're getting ready to start, one of the two. Indiana Wesleyan of Montana Tech and Missouri Baptist and the College of St. Mary out of the GPAC playing in the 6 o'clock session. The 8 o'clock session has Grandview out of Des Moines against Texas Wesleyan. Concordia's Bulldogs against St. Mary of Kansas, and Corbin of Oregon against Martin Methodist out of Tennessee. Pool play will wrap up tomorrow. That'll set up the round of 16 on Friday, semifinal Saturday morning, in the national championship on Saturday night, crowned here locally at the Tyson Event Center. So pretty cool stuff. This is always a fun and exciting time of the year, especially to be around NAIA athletics. So good luck to all the teams, obviously, here in Siouxland. We'll hope that a GPAC school can bring home the National Volleyball Championship. Definitely have some contenders, and just got to get hot against some of the best teams in the country. Easier said than done, I understand. But a ton of talent in GPAC volleyball, so great stuff. Head over to the Tyson if you're here locally or within earshot. You have a chance to come watch National Championship volleyball. It is well worth the visit, I promise you that. 35-34 as we get ready to start the second half here on the Charger Sports Network at BCUChargers.com. Again, I'm Justin Barker. Men's basketball to follow later on tonight around 8 o'clock with that tip-off. Have every second of it for you here on the Charger Sports Network. So thank you for joining us. Make sure that maybe if you're staying in tonight, thank one of our Charger Sports Network sponsors like Townhouse Pizza and Lounge, or Bob Rose Point After, Bob Rose North End Zone, and West Side Pizza. Also One-Eyed Jacks. Got some great food-minded sponsors that you can check out. Plus, Minerva's Food and Cocktails, one of our Charger Foundation sponsors. So thank you all very much. Had lunch with Rick over at Townhouse today. Well, not with Rick, but he was there, and thanked him for his ongoing support of Charger athletics. Sudman backs in, looking for Deitzler, throws it away. Stolen by the Red Raiders. Stolen back by Brianna Allen. 9.5 to go here in the third quarter. Chargers trail by a point, 35-34. Sokolowski with it, well away from the basket with 15 on the shot clock. To Deitzler in a little deeper at the free throw line. Deitzler dumps it into the corner for Sudman to Sokolowski. Looking in at Deitzler, entry pass denied by Toring, stolen back by Carly. Coach Power was signaling for timeout. Alyssa Carly was signaling for timeout, but a jump ball called instead. Coach Power just wasn't seen in time. So the possession arrow favors the Red Raiders. Scheidemann with it up top. Bloom has it on the left wing. Back to Scheidemann. Back to Bloom. Open for three. She'll fire. It's good. Sammy Bloom has 9. 3 different Red Raiders now with 9 points. It's 38-34. As Connor Sudman will dribble for Briarcliff. She pops it over to Carly at the point. Now to Allen on the left wing. Allen goes to the free throw line, elbow. Right side for Carly, who hands it off football style to Sudman, who turns back left down the paint. She drives, gets behind the defender, puts up a shot, and is fouled. I believe that'll be Devin Kemble on the foul. Maybe not. Alexis Toring on the foul. Her first, team's first. Jaden Businger back into the Charger lineup. She was solid on a couple of three-point attempts in the first half. Free throw no good for Connor Sudman. Sudman's second attempt is good, and she's got 8. 38-35. Bloom dribbles, throws over to Kimball. Back up to Bloom at the top. Back to Kimball on the right wing. She bounces inside. Toring got behind the defense. Twirls around and scores her 11th point. First player of the ball game in double figures. She comes in averaging 13 points a game, so she's about there. Allen in the triple threat position, looking for an outlet, and has Businger at the free throw line. Businger into the corner for Allen, who tries to bounce along the baseline and deflected out of bounds to Briarcliff. With 7 on the shot clock. So the Chargers will put their plan in place. Box 4 around the lane. Carly gets it right back off the inbounds play and drives. Sudman, top of the key. Sudman shoots over a defender. Does not draw iron. It's collected by Scheidemann for Northwestern. And Bloom will bring it into the front court. Kemble looks down low for Toring again, but threw it too long for her, and it goes out of bounds back to Briarcliff. Sudman across the stripe into the front court. Looking to bounce for Allen. It goes past Allen and out of bounds. Turnover back to Northwestern. Peyton Slaughter, Taylor Lamprecht, Sarah Dreckman, and Kalina Asbill back into the Briarcliff lineup. Shannon Sokolowski on the floor as well. (40-35) with 7 minutes to go here in the third quarter. Red Raiders up by 5. Cunningham open for 3. She'll fire. It's good. Jada Cunningham. She's got 6 on a couple of three-pointers. Slaughter will work it up. Open for 3. Sokolowski for the answer. Good. Shannon Sokolowski for 3. 43-38. Now we got a very soft foul called against Shannon Sokolowski. Referees let both teams play through a lot of fouls in the first half, which was fine. It's with hopes that they're not clamping down here in the second half. Game's had a very good pace, and both teams have resulted with success from it. Vandervelde, far side, double teamed. Twirled around up top a few times. Back over to Vandervelde and back to Cunningham. Near side, Bloom open for 3. No good. High off the back of the rim. And a foul coming against the Red Raiders on the back of a Charger. So it'll be Taylor Vandervelde with her third foul. The second foul of the half. And Slaughter begins her dribble up the floor. Asbill top of the key. Over to Dreckman. Dreckman holds the ball high over her head and down to Slaughter in the corner. Slaughter dribbles back towards the top, hits a cutting Lamprecht out to Asbill at the elbow. Dreckman open for three. She'll fire, no good. Cunningham with a rebound. She wants to work it up quickly. Does so with a sprint to the front of the rim. High off the window, no good. But a foul coming. Sokolowski picks up her second, team's second of the third quarter. Free throw is good for Jada Cunningham. She has 7. Second one for Cunningham on the way. That's good as well. She's got 8. Lead to 7, 43-38. Chargers with 4 points here in the first 4 minutes of action in the third quarter, but looking for more. Dreckman had it poked out of her hands, loose on the deck. Too many bodies. Referees do the right thing and call it a jump ball. We'll get them back up off the floor and put the ball back in play to Briarcliff via the possession arrow. Allen, Businger, Deitzler, Carly, and Sudman back into the lineup for Coach Power and the Chargers. Sudman, the inbounder, looking for Businger. Nothing doing there. Got to get it in. Does so to Deitzler. She jumps into the center circle to make the catch. Deitzler bounces to Sudman at the elbow. Sudman will drive. Jumper over Cunningham. No good. Deitzler with the offensive rebound. Blocked out in traffic. Businger back across the top to Allen, over to Carly. Carly backs in, bounces out to Allen. Allen thought about a three, but doesn't take it. Sudman, left hand, baseline drive, stops, pops, shoots, no good. Rebound poked loose. Far side for Deitzler. She'll turn it back towards the hoop for Briarcliff and has it taken away by Cunningham. Allen tries to catch up from behind, does so. Cunningham stops, pops, just inside the free throw line, no good. Rebound put back, no good from Toring. Squirts into the corner, and a good hustle by Alexis Toring, who threw it off of Sudman in the corner to save the possession for Northwestern. Knocked out by Carly. So we'll reset. Red Raiders get it in. Skydeman up top. Cunningham to Toring with 10 on the shot clock. Back up top for Cunningham, who fires the free throw line for Toring. Allen tries to take it away and is tagged with a foul. Her first, team's third. 4:38 to play in the third quarter. Inbound play coming for Jada Cunningham. Three-pointer from Bloom in the corner, no good. Deitzler high-pointed the rebound, then got pushed over. That'll be a Red Raider foul and Charger basketball. Skydeman will collect her third. Team's third. That'll bring Emily Danner into the Northwestern lineup. Bree Skydeman, one of 4 double-digit scores for the Red Raiders tonight at 10 points per game. Sudman will work it up against the defense of Jada Cunningham. Kind of goes sideways into her dribble. Looks to bounce and Cunningham kicks it away, so that'll reset things. 21 on the Chargers shot clock. Devin Kemble into the ball game for Northwestern. In place of Hannah Narum. Sudman looks at her options, overthrows Alyssa Carly, stolen away by Northwestern. Kemble comes to a stop, looks back for a little bit of help, but she's boxed in into the corner, and all that Danner could do was throw it off of Allen out of bounds to try to, well, to stop the play and get a little room to work. Cunningham throws in. Long three off the mark, no good from Kemble. Cunningham offensive rebound, got in too deep, no good. Allen had the rebound, poked away immediately by Bloom. Cunningham should have got a travel there, but doesn't. She pushed it away in time, apparently. Cunningham stops, Bloom throws across the court. Kemble for three, no good. Out of bounds, last touched by Toring. Peyton Slaughter back in for Briarcliff. Closing in on the end of the third quarter, Concordia leads Doane 84-24. I am not making that up. Wow. Dakota Wesleyan 55-31. They lead Mount Marty. Start of the fourth quarter there. Slaughter continues her dribble. Hastings 88-37. They lead College of St. Mary. Going into the fourth there. Three-pointer on the way, no good from Carly. Rebound to Danner. Stopping in the paint, Danner taken away by the Chargers. Slaughter has the left side, Carly the right. Slaughter looked to pass at the last minute, blocked down nicely by Cunningham, and now a foul. Jaden Businger will pick up her second, team's fourth. Team's fifth, sorry. Cunningham with 8. Make it 9 on the made free throw. Second one off the mark. Rebound to Toring for Northwestern. 46-38. Toring to Kemble for three. Good. Devin Kemble for three, and it's 49-38. First double-digit lead of the day for the Red Raiders, or either team, come to think of it. Businger has her dribble. She'll use it. She directs a little traffic to Carly. Carly corrals and works her way towards the basket with 10 on the shot clock. Sudman, top of the key, being guarded by Cunningham. Driving right side, had her pass knocked down, stolen by Danner. Danner flips it ahead to Maddie Jones. Lay in good. Three-point play chance coming. Kalina Asbill on the foul. Her third. Sammy Bloom back into the Red Raider lineup. Free throw is good for Maddie Jones. Three-point play, her first 3 points of the evening. 52-38, Northwestern trying to pull away with 2:23 to go here in the third quarter. Chargers have been stuck on 38 for a long time. It's about a 4.5-minute scoring drought. Deitzler hacked as she goes inside. Toring picks up her second, the team's fourth. Chargers with a 4-point third quarter, being outscored 17-4 post halftime. Deitzler with 5 points on the night, make it 6. Free throw good. She's got 9 rebounds already. The game high in that stat. Second free throw is good. She hits them both, so 7 points, 9 rebounds for Madeline Deitzler. Asbill digs in defensively, forcing Cunningham to switch directions off to Jones. Jones back to Cunningham up top. Over to Bloom. Bloom crosses the court to Jones. Cunningham at the point. Now to Bloom on the left side. Back to Cunningham. You look inside for Narum. She makes the catch off the deflection. Turns, shoots, and scores. Hannah Narum. 54-40. Turnover stolen by Cunningham. Ahead to Jones. Jones goes to the bucket. Creates the contact and is fouled by Deitzler. Her third. Sokolowski, Allen, Slaughter back into the Briarcliff lineup. Free throw is good for Maddie Jones. 4 off the Northwestern bench. 55-40. Second attempt is good as well. 5 now for Maddie Jones, and it's 56-40 with 95 seconds to play in the quarter. Bounce to Brianna Allen up top. Sokolowski with it, now to Businger. Businger takes a few right-handed dribbles, gets a screen from Allen, bounces to Allen, stolen by Maddie Jones. Jones to Danner, back to Jones up top for 3 off the mark. Businger with a rebound. Businger in the center of the floor. Top of the key, looks near side for Peyton Slaughter. Into Deitzler. Deitzler drives towards the basket. Got in a little too deep and has to bounce back out to Allen, who looks to feed Deitzler right back, but Narum with a foul. So that'll be the 5th team foul assessed to the Red Raiders. Dreckman back into the Charger lineup. Men's basketball to follow. Deitzler's free throw a little strong off the mark. Second one coming up, and it is good. So 1 of 2. Deitzler now has 8 points to go along with 9 rebounds. Closing in on a double-double as we close into the end of the third quarter. 45 seconds to play, 56-41. Danner, baseline jumper off the mark. Offensive rebound for the Red Raiders by Bloom over to Cunningham. Back to Danner for 3. In and out, no good. Allen pokes the rebound over to Dreckman as the Chargers work it up. Cutter, Sokolowski, left-hand lay-in, good. Great job by Shannon Sokolowski running the floor. 56-43. Shot clock is off for Northwestern. Kemble back to Cunningham. She looks inside. Deitzler steals it away. Peyton Slaughter had the steal, threw it away to Cunningham. Narum open, left-hand lay-in, good as the buzzer expires here in the third quarter. Northwestern 58. And the Briarcliff Chargers 43. The Red Raiders outscore Briarcliff in that quarter 23-9, and that's how they have afforded themselves a 15-point lead. We'll be back right after this on the Charger Sports Network. Back at the Newman Flanagan Center here on the Charger Sports Network at BCUChargers.com. Northwestern 58 and Briarcliff 43. Leading scorer for the Chargers is Madeline Deitzler and Connor Sudman. And Shannon Sokolowski all with 8. Alyssa Carley with 7. Jaden Businger with 6. Brianna Allen has 3. And Kalina Asbill has 2 for Northwestern. They're being led by Alexis Toring with 11. 9 each from Jada Cunningham, Sammy Bloom, and Taylor Vandervelde. 8 from Bree Scheideman. 5 out of Maddie Jones. 4 from Hannah Narum. And 3 from Devin Kemble. Chargers shooting 14 of 35 for 40%. Northwestern at 40% as well, 19 out of 47. Eight on the shot clock. Bloom jacks a 3. It doesn't draw iron. Scheideman tries to save it in, but it goes off of Sokolowski with 3 on the shot clock. So the Red Raiders in a not quite a catch and shoot scenario, but close. They do catch it. Toring goes right to the basket underneath. Great feed. No need to go way away from the basket when you can go right underneath. That's an excellent play call. Into the corner for Sudman. Deitzler got behind the defense and gets an easy 2. Deitzler with 10. So she'll get a double-double on her next rebound here. Well-deserved effort from her tonight. 60-45, just under 9 to play in the ball game. End of 3 in Seward. Concordia 88-27 over Doane. Foul coming. Concordia now leads 100-40 with 4 minutes to go in the game. So the number 1 team in the land well on their way to victory, as is Dakota Wesleyan, leading 72-35 over Mount Marty with 4 minutes to go. Free throw is good for Scheideman. She's got 9. Second free throw for Scheideman is good as well. She has 10. Hastings 99-46. They lead College of St. Mary with 2:53 to play. Dort 69-44 over Jamestown with now going into the 4th. We'll get a Morningside Midland update as Allen drives, lay in no good. Allen gets the rebound, takes one dribble high off the window and gets it to go for her 5th point. We'll get a Morningside update for you as well. 3-pointer on the way, Scheideman no good. Rebounded, though, by the Red Raiders. Another chance. Long 3. No good off the mark. Rebounded Deitzler. There's her double-double. Ahead to Carley. Carley right side. No good. Vandervelde did a good job of kind of staying away from it. There was some contact, but no call by the Stripes, so we'll play on. 62-47. Bloom pops it inside as she posts up Turing. She turns, shoots, and scores over Deitzler. Deitzler's 4th. Not a popular call amongst the Briarcliff faithful. Coach Power wants a timeout. He'll get it. And Mr. Referee is going to get a deserved chat from Coach Power on the play. He's at least going to listen. Coach Power not done going to work, though. He's going to go let his opinion be known to the other referee as well. And he's going to kindly listen. It's not going to change anything, but at least for Coach Power, he's going to listen. Sometimes that's all you need to vent your frustrations. 64-47 with 7:36 to go. 32nd timeout by the Chargers. In and out, no good on the free throw. Rebounded by the Red Raiders. Vandervelde thought about the shot, lost the handle off her own hip. Pulled in by Businger, ahead to Carly. Carly, lay in, no good. And Coach Power's going to blow his lid here pretty soon. A lot of contact there. Scheidemann will collect and just take a deep breath. Probably a good idea. Bloom pops it near side for Scheidemann. Offensive foul against Bree Scheidemann, her fourth. Extended the old arm, can't do that. So the Chargers have the basketball, trying to cut into the Red Raider lead. It's grown to 17 with 6:45 to play, 64-47. Kalina Asbill to Peyton Slaughter, and a foul. To Maddie Jones, her first. Inbounds play to Lamprecht, looking down low for Sudman, knocked out of bounds. So Connor Sudman will inbound. Connor Sudman with a bucket. She's got 10. And a turnover will give it right back to Briarcliff. Morningside pulls away from Midland, 89-66. In that matchup, obviously men's, women's doubleheaders throughout the conference, outside of Hastings and CSM. Lamprecht looks to set a screen for Asbill. It's knocked out by Cunningham. So Peyton Slaughter will inbound. Concordia wins 110-47. Asbill will bounce it back to Businger. 6:05 to play. 8 on the shot clock. Backdoor cut. Sudman lay in. Good in the end. One coming for Connor Sudman. She's got 12. Sammy Bloom picks up the foul. That'll be her second, team's third. Free throw good for Connor Sudman. 13 now for Connor. Team high. 5:55 to play, 64-52. Still plenty of time for the Chargers. Popped outside to Jones. Vandervelde up top. Bloom left open for three. Dang, she's good from there. 12 for Sammy Bloom. Slaughter leaned on and fouled by Jones. Her second, team's fourth. Peyton Slaughter will inbound. Right by the Charger bench. Businger will come out and get it. Poke through her hands. Slaughter right there to collect it, though. She'll hand to Businger. Wanted a three, but can't take it. That door closed. So Businger backs up beyond the arc. Needs a little help. Sudman there to collect. Sudman dribbles. Baseline fadeaway jumper, no good. Businger tries to go in for the rebound, and it's a jump ball that'll stay with Briarcliff on a good hustle by Jaden Businger. Slaughter looks for an inbounds play and flips it in. Sudman along the three-point arc, left side. Free throw line for Lamprecht with her back towards the hoop. Now she'll turn, drive left, gets around the defender. Left-hand lay-in, no good. Rebound popped out, now grabbed in by Businger. She'll pop the jumper, no good. Offensive rebound to Slaughter. Slaughter fouled by Bloom. That'll be her third. Team's fifth. So it'll be Peyton Slaughter at the free throw line. Free throw is no good. Hastings finishes off College of St. Mary 104-53. Slaughter hits one of two. Timeout by the Chargers. So the finals in the league so far. Number one, Concordia 110-47 over Doane. Hastings 104-53 over College of St. Mary. And 13th ranked Dakota Wesleyan 73-42 over Mount Marty. Try to get an update for you from Jamestown as well. With Jamestown and the Dordt College defenders. Dort's up 75-50 with 5 minutes to go. So the finals rolling in on the women's side with men's, women's doubleheaders. BCU and Northwestern coming up next, always fun. In fact, it'll be a tiebreaker of sorts for the time being. We'll explain that coming up later on. Still 5 minutes to play here, 67-53. Bloom cuts through traffic with a few dribbles. Vandervelde for three, good. Vandervelde with 12. Ball loose, picked up off the deck by Lamprecht. She'll use a dribble and work it ahead to Asbill. Asbill hits the cutting Sudman. Sudman to the basket, left side, no good. Foul will come, I believe, to Hannah Niram because she was on the floor and then Sudman fell over her and her second. So Connor Sudman will go to the free throw line. Connor's free throw is good. 14 now for Sudman. Second one, no good. Niram with the rebound. Her outlet is to Cunningham. A little tall for her, but she grabbed it in. And she'll work it to the front court. Into Niram. Niram with one hard dribble on the floor, but she's double teamed. Good defense by the Chargers. Vandervelde drives through traffic, extended an arm, and will pick up the offensive foul, her fourth. Brianna Allen and Alyssa Carley back in for the Briarcliff Chargers. Maddie Jones back in for the Red Raiders. Madeline Deitzler back in for Briarcliff. Deitzler has it up top. She backs her way in to Businger. Businger pinned in the corner. And a timeout by Coach Power. It's about the only option he had to keep the possession. So that's what he does with 3:46 to go. Still a couple of timeouts left for Coach. It'll be a full timeout, so we'll take a breather with him. Be right back on the Charger Sports Network at bcuchargers.com. 70-54 your score with 3 minutes and 46 seconds to play in game number 1 of our doubleheader tonight here at the Newman Flanagan Center. It'll be the Red Raiders and the Chargers. 8-2 Northwestern men against 7-3 Charger men. Always, always, always fun when those two teams play one another. We expect more of the same tonight. And an offensive foul called against Alyssa Carley, her second. Even though Carley took the brunt of the collision. So some pressure by the Chargers. Thrown in across the way to Toring. And to Bloom. Bloom had it. It was punched into the backcourt where Bloom went to get it. Scheidemann traveled. Turnover to the Chargers. The 22nd turnover of the night for Northwestern, matching Briarcliff with 22 in that regard. Sudman will bring it up the floor. The freshman from Trainer. Trainer boys knocked off Bishop Heelan last night 56-46 as the Crusaders unveiled their new O'Gorman Fieldhouse on campus at the Bishop Heelan High School. Brand new sparkling gym for Bishop Heelan. The Trainer spoiled it. Three-pointer far corner, Sudman off the mark. Allen collects as Toring fell to the ground. Deitzler's shot is a little short off the mark. Rebounded by Northwestern with 2:50 to go. We'll have our One-Eyed Jacks postgame show on the way. Remember to take your game ticket, or if you're a Charger fan, before or after any home game. Half-price appetizers over at One-Eyed Jacks. Swatted away by Allen, collected back in by Bloom. Maddie Jones goes baseline. She steps around Deitzler, and they're going to call Deitzler for a foul. That'll be it for Madeline Deitzler. So Madeline Deitzler will foul out with a double-double, 10 points and 10 rebounds. And 2 minutes and 32 seconds to go. It'll be Maddie Jones at the free throw line. Her free throw is good. She has 6. 4 of her 6 at the stripe. Second one on the way for Jones. That is no good. Sokolowski with the rebound for BCU. 71-54. All Northwestern here in the second half, unfortunately. It was a 1-point halftime lead. Lamprecht collects. Steps towards the basket and scores her third point of the night. Foul to Brianna Allen defensively. Her third will walk to the other end for free throws. Cunningham at the free throw line. Off the mark, too strong. Hit the back square. (71-56). They get 72-56. Cunningham now with 10. And 2:10 to play as Connor Sudman runs the point for Briarcliff, calling for Allen to come out and get it. She does. Allen dribbles and gives it back to Connor Sudman. Sudman into the corner for Carley. Carley, nothing doing. Back to Sudman. Carley calling for it back as she's open. Sudman can't get it there in time. So they'll work it back to the near side of the floor. Pass batted out of the air and stolen. Jones with the steal. Bloom with a jump stop at the front court. Over to Jones and back to Sammy Bloom. Now over to Cunningham. Vandervelde at the free throw line will work it back to Sammy Bloom. Back over to Jones, left side. Down to 10 on the Red Raiders shot clock. Bloom stops at the free throw line, flips it inside to Toring. Ooh, she waited for Sokolowski to go through, then missed, and Lamprecht pulls in the loose ball. Sudman looks up, has Carley in the corner. Carley high, arcing three, no good. Vandervelde with the rebound. 1:05 to play. Three-pointer Cunningham, good. Jada Cunningham from deep. She's got 13 at 75-56. Chargers have fought incredibly hard all night, but unfortunately a couple of low-scoring quarters will be the demise of BCU tonight. A 9-point third quarter and allowing Northwestern to score 23. Otherwise, the scoring per quarter right there hasn't been too bad at all. But one quarter can do it sometimes as Cunningham into the front court. 35 seconds to play. Red Raiders ready to improve to 8-1 on the season, 4-1 in the conference. We got a good team and a couple of players that are playing over at the National Volleyball Tournament. Is Vandervelde with a cut. Lay in, no good. Sokolowski with a rebound. Shot clock is off. Head to Lamprecht. She backs into the free throw line. Over to Carly. Carly open for three. She'll fire, no good. Sokolowski with a rebound, and she's fouled. So with 8 seconds left, we'll have a foul. So that'll be her fifth to Taylor Vandervelde. She will foul out with 12. So Sokolowski will go to the free throw line. First one is no good. Second one, Sokolowski in and out, no good. Rebounded by the Red Raiders. And they'll dribble out a victory here at the Newman Flanagan Center. Final score, Northwestern 75 and Briar Cliff 56. The Red Raiders improved to 8-1 overall, 4-1 in Great Plains Athletic Conference play for the Red Raiders. For the Chargers, they fall to 2-7 and 1-4 inside GPAC play. We'll take a brief timeout here and gather up some stats. We'll be right back with a One-Eyed Jacks post-game report next on the Charger Sports Network at BCUchargers.com. Welcome into the One-Eyed Jacks postgame report here on the Chargers Sports Network at BCUchargers.com. Final score, Northwestern 75 and Briar Cliff 56. Chargers were led by Connor Sudman with 14 points. Madeline Deitzler, 10 points and 10 rebounds. Alyssa Carley making Shannon Sokolowski with 8. Alyssa Carley with 7. Jaden Businger with 6. Brianna Allen with 5. Taylor Lamprecht with 3, Kalina Asbill with 2, and Peyton Slaughter hit a free throw. For the Red Raiders, they were led by Alexis Toring with 15, Jada Cunningham with 13, Sammy Bloom, Taylor Vandervelde at 12 each, Bree Scheidemann with 10, Maddie Jones with 6, Hannah Nerum with 4, and Devin Campbell with 3. Briarcliff shoots 37.3%, 19 of 51. They were 6 of 21 beyond the arc, 12 of 21 at the free throw line. Northwestern, pretty good shooting night, 42% on 24 of 58. 12 of 33 beyond the arc and 15 of 19 at the free throw line. Rebounding advantage, just 1, 37-36 for the Red Raiders. 13 points and 23 turnovers for Briarcliff. 21 points and 22 turnovers, or 21 assists, 22 turnovers for Northwestern. Bench scoring, 23-12 Red Raiders. Points in the paint tied at 24. Second chance points, 10-9 for Northwestern. Points off of turnover, 18-15 for Northwestern. Score was tied once. The lead changed hands 3 times. Biggest lead of the game was 19 for the Red Raiders. Briarcliff led by as many as 8 in the second quarter. Final score in our One-Eye Jacks postgame report. Northwestern 75, Briarcliff 56. We'll take a pause here on the Chargers Sports Network. A big thank you to One-Eye Jacks. Half-price appetizers before or after any Charger home event here on campus or over at Memorial Field, wherever the Chargers are playing. If it's a home event, you get the half-price apps over at One-Eye Jacks. So again, the final score, Northwestern 75, Briarcliff 56. We'll be back in a few minutes with the second half of our doubleheader. The Red Raider men, the Charger men, coming up on the Charger Sports Network at bcuchargers.com. And a pleasant good evening, ladies and gentlemen. Welcome back to the Newman Flanagan Center on the campus of Briarcliff University. It's Charger Basketball at BCUChargers.com. I'm Justin Barker. Glad to be with you here tonight for the second half of our doubleheader with Briarcliff and the Northwestern Red Raiders. Chargers come in 7-3 overall, 1-3 in the Great Plains Athletic Conference, but unfortunately on a three-game losing streak dating back to the 20th of November when they lost to Mount Marty. They fell on the road at Dordt and Dakota Wesleyan over the last two times out. Northwestern comes in 8-2, 2-1 in the conference, riding a three-game winning streak, having beaten Jamestown, Peru State, and Dickinson State. In that order, their losses are to Mayville State and Dordt so far this season. But something's got to give here tonight because this is the 121st offering of this rivalry. Both teams have won 60 times. And both teams won on their home floor last season. So we'll see if that holds serve here tonight. Briarcliff a 92-83 winner over Northwestern. And the Red Raiders won 96-73 up at the Boltman Center against the Chargers. So we'll have we'll check it out tonight and give you the scoop as we get ready to go with tonight's action. Chargers will play another night at least, potentially more, without Ethan Friedel, the sharpshooter out of T, South Dakota, who I'm just going to say it in the nicest way possible. Saw the young man's injury on Twitter, his ankle injury, and, well, there are colors on his ankle that I'm not sure are described even by Crayola. So he's in a walking boot and crutches here tonight. He'll be a cheerleader for the Chargers on the bench, like I said, probably for a couple of more nights at least, as he tries to get himself back to full health, because down the stretch is where he'll be most important for Briarcliff. And obviously if he could go and was able to, he would, but judging by that injury, I'm no doctor. I just know that it did not look good, and that's about all I can really say about it, because, like I said, I don't know what I'm talking about. But I know it's an ankle injury, and we wish Ethan Friedel the best in getting back into the lineup for the BCU Chargers. So a little bit of a revamped starting lineup for Coach Mark Svigera, and we'll run that down for you here in just a second as we get the starters taken care of for both squads. Chris Corver, of course, the head man for the Northwestern Red Raiders. Again, in this evenly matched series through 120 games, both have won 60. They're just always fun. It's that simple. Briarcliff will wear all white from top to bottom. Northwestern will counter with all red from top to bottom. Red lettering and numerals for the Red Raiders, trimmed out, or the white lettering and numerals trimmed out in black. NWC on the front of their jerseys. Northwestern written across the back where the nameplate would normally go. Chargers have the Cliff, of course, written on the front of their white jerseys in white, trimmed out in royal blue. So for the Chargers and head coach Mark Svigera, he's assisted by Brian Forbes and the legend Ron Schultz. Number 5 is Connor Groves, a 6'1 freshman from Sergeant Bluff, Iowa. Number 10 is Jaden Klein Hessling, 6'2 sophomore out of Sheldon. Number 23 is Jackson Lamb, a 6'4 senior out of Greenfield, Iowa. Number 24 is Nick Hoyt, 5'11 freshman from Harrisburg, South Dakota. Hoyt playing well, averaging about 7 points a game. This will be his first start of the season. And Austin Roman wears number 25, a 6'8" junior from Pocahontas, Iowa. Chargers averaging 91.7 points per game. They give up 82.5. For the Red Raiders, they come averaging 93.5 points a game. They give up 74.3 per contest. And head coach Chris Corver, assisted by Ben Miller, here's their starting lineup. Craig Stirk wears number 3. He's a 6'7 sophomore from McBain, Michigan. Trent Hilbrands wears number 4, a 6' junior from Remsen, Iowa, Lamar's Community Bulldog. Isaac Heyer wears number 20, a 6'3 junior from Alvord, Iowa. Number 22 is Jay Small, 6'2 junior from Hinton, Iowa. And Keegan Van Engdom is a 6'2" junior from Sioux Falls, South Dakota. Dakota Wesleyan out top of the loop with their 4 GPAC victories so far this season. They're 4-0, Morningside 3-0, but Morningside ranked number 2 in the country. Dakota Wesleyan number 6. Dort number 23, and Mount Marty Northwestern receiving votes in the latest installment of the national poll. Mount Marty at 3-1 in the conference. They're at Dakota Wesleyan tonight. That should be a fantastic game as well. Northwestern 2-1, Dort 2-2, Concordia 1-1, Midland at 1-2, Briarcliff, Jamestown, and Hastings all at 1-3 in the conference. Doane has yet to win a conference game. They are 0-3 on the season. So it'll be number 2 Morningside at Midland, Doane at Concordia, Mount Marty at 6th ranked Dakota Wesleyan. Really a statement game opportunity there for the Lancers. And 23rd ranked Dort is at Jamestown. So that's the slate here in the Great Plains Athletic Conference, along with our game, the featured game of the night here on the Charger Sports Network. It's the Briarcliff men and the Northwestern men. Final huddles for both of these two squads. Coach Svigera, Coach Korver. They've battled a few times already and ready for one more. As Coach Svigera ready to give some final adjustments and thoughts and preparations for his team as the Red Raider 5 has made their way into the center circle and ready to go. Craig Stirk will jump it up for the Red Raiders. Again, at 6'7" tall. Trent Hilbrand's leading scorer at 18.3. Jay Small at 14.2 and Craig Stirk at 14.1. The Chargers led by Jackson Lamb, 24.7 points per game. The sharpshooter, Ethan Friedel at 17.6 a game, but obviously unable to play with his injury. Then it's Klein Hesselink at 9.8, Roteman at 8.5, and Connor Groves at 8.4. So that's what we've got with the Charger 5. Roteman and Stirk in the center circle as we get the 121st installment of the rivalry, Northwestern and Briarcliff, and we're underway here at the Newman Flanagan Center. Opening tip controlled by the Red Raiders. Hilbrands will run the point for Northwestern. Van Egdom takes a right side drive to the bucket. Over Grove, shot off the mark, no good, but the rebound. Karams all the way out beyond the arc. Three-pointer on the way for Small, good. Jay Small for 3 to start the scoring. 3-0, 19:30 to play. The first offensive possession of the night for Briarcliff. Roteman up top. Lamb cuts through, nothing doing. Klein Hesselink gives it back to Lamb and over to Roteman. Roteman open for 3, swish! Trading threes on the opening possessions for both respective clubs. Stirk, high post, Van Egdom over to Heyer. Heyer takes a few dribbles. He'll shoot. He'll score the 3. Obviously, two teams that love to shoot the 3. Northwestern has shot 306 of them. Briarcliff, 318 of them. Chargers shoot 40% beyond the arc. Northwestern at 38%, so more or less even. Both teams like to score in the 90s, so we could have a heck of a shootout here. 6-3 in the early going. Lamb starts a drive. Lamb lay-in, no good. Defended by Stirk. Hilbrands brings it up the near side of the floor into the offensive zone for Northwestern. Stopping at the free throw line. Heyer dribbles between his legs and gets rid of it to Small. Van Egdom hits the cutter. It's Stirk. Turnaround, right hand baby hook, no good. Rebounded by Connor Groves. He'll work the point this time around for BCU. Over to Roteman. Austin picked up his dribble looking for Hoyt. Now gives it back to Groves, top of the key. Klein Hesselink comes to a stop. Turns and throws out to Lamb to Groves. Long 3. Connor Groves, no good. Hit the front of the rim. Rebounded and cleared by the Red Raiders. 2 minutes gone. Small wants a fadeaway 3. It's no good. Jackson Lamb skies for the rebound. Lamb, top of the key, looks for an opening. Drives and looked to kick it back out to Groves, but it was about 4 feet to the left of Groves where he couldn't get it. Groves sporting a haircut. Lamb sporting a goatee, so a couple of different looks for the Charger 5 since we've seen them last here at the Newman Flanagan Center. All the women's games of the conference have gone final. Out of bounds, last touch by a Charger. Coach Korver signals in the play that he'd like his team to execute. Hillbrands throws it in up top. Sturt sets, shoots for three, no good. Groves with the rebound. Connor will bring it up for the Chargers. Bounced over to Roteman from Hoyt. Roteman has it, top of the key. Long three for Nick Hoyt, in and out, no good. Rebound controlled by Northwestern, still 6-3. Nearly 3 minutes gone as Small makes a few moves, but not a lot doing. Sturt hands to Hillbrands. A lot of Northwest Iowa basketball talent on the floor right now. Foul by Nick Hoyt. It'll be his first. Team's first. Hillbrands out of Lamar's. Small from Hinton. Groves from Sergeant Bluff Luton. Klein Hesselink from Sheldon. Pretty cool to see this much talent on the floor, and from right around here. Obviously, you got some kids from a little farther away, which is awesome too, but Van Ingdom with a beautiful drive and a left-hand lay-in. But as a hometown Sioux City guy, just cool to see all the Northwest Iowa talent. Roteman gets it and takes a few dribbles towards the hoop. Van Ingdom will commit the personal foul as Jackson Lamb started a drive. Sammy Green will check into the BCU lineup. Green, 6-foot sophomore from Alton, Illinois. Checking in for Connor Groves. 8-3, Charger basketball. Green to Roteman, back to Green. Sammy fakes on a bounce pass. Goes to Klein Hesselink, right back to Sammy Green. Back to Jaden Klein Hesselink. Hoyt with the basketball and 5 on the shot clock. Lamb looks for an opening, comes to a jump stop at the free throw line. Klein Hesselink open for three, no good. Rebound to Isaac Heyer. Heyer bounces it down the court. Hillbrands has it. Looking right baseline, he'll take the jumper over Hoyt and score. Trent Hillbrands leading Red Raiders score at 18.3 a clip. 10-3 Northwestern. Lamb pops out to get it. He's got a right baseline, goes to the bucket. Kicks it out, Hoyt for three, no good. Rebound by Small. Small, top of the key, starts a drive, kicks it out. Van Egdom for three, good. Keegan Van Egdom for three. He's got 5, and it's 13-3 Red Raiders. Coach Figueroa going to let him play through it for the time being. 4.5 minutes in. Lamb kicks it out. Roteman open for three. Good, Austin Roteman. 2 threes on the night for Roteman. He's got the Chargers scoring. 13-6. Hillbrands up top will take a few dribbles. Now he'll shoot over Green. Three-pointer good. Trent Hillbrands has 5. Now Coach Figueroa calls the timeout. Grant Rohr will check in for the Red Raiders, 6'6" senior out of Slayton, Minnesota. 32nd timeout on the floor. 16-6. Briarcliff shooting 2 of 7. 29%. Northwestern 5 of 9. They've hit 3 threes. Chargers have hit 2. They were doing their shot from the stands here at halftime, and a couple of the students have elected the cutoff jorts to go with their jerseys tonight, and that's a fashion statement if I've ever heard of one. Quality look if you can pull it off. Not many that can, by the way. Charger basketball coming out of the timeout. And Sammy Green works it up the floor and over to Jackson Lamb. Lamb drives baseline, stops at the low block. He'll kick it out to Klein Hesselink, it over to Hoyt. Hoyt to Green, Roteman calling for it. They flip it into him. Roteman with a couple of dribbles. He looks to turn. Hillbrands stole it. Or tried to steal it, poked it loose, and then Hillbrands pokes it out of bounds. So with 9 seconds on the shot clock, Briarcliff will have the possession. Top 25 college basketball tonight. Purdue just railroaded Virginia, 69-40. The Cavaliers, the 5th-ranked team. Klein Hesseling for 3 off the dribble, no good. A big win in the ACC Big Ten Challenge there, and 3rd-ranked Maryland putting a hurting on Notre Dame, 70-49 as well. Small fadeaway jumper, no good. It'll be an offensive foul to Grant Rower. His first, team second. Lamb will dribble top of the key. He'll be shadowed all night. Sammy Green softly bounces it down to Roteman. Roteman over Green. Green gets the low block, looks inside and throws it back up top to Klein Hesseling. Klein Hesseling fires for 3, in and out, no good. Rebound, Isaac Heyer. Heyer drives into the paint, throws it up over his shoulder, no good. Might have got away with an extra step, but missed shot comes out to the Chargers. Roteman at the top of the key. Austin looks for a few options. Cutters are covered up nicely. Lamb spins right and is fouled. That'll be the Hillbrands, his first, team's 3rd. Grant DeMolinaire into the ball game, 6'1" sophomore from Altoona, Iowa, just outside of Des Moines. And also in Christian Corver, 6'4" senior from Orange City. Green set to inbound. He does it cleanly to Hoyt on the right wing. It bounces down to Roteman. Roteman goes underneath the bucket, flips it over to Green in the corner. Green thought about a 3, won't take it. Roteman thought about it as well. He uses his dribble instead. Over to Lamb with 7. Lamb turns around, fires for 3. No good. Can't get the roll. Pulled in by DeMolinaire. And Rower has it in the front court. He'll stand top of the key. Now he drives on Roteman, backing his way in. Goes left. No good. Roteman with a rebound. Very well contested as he coaxed him into the miss. Klein Hesseling comes off a screen. Dumps it out to Green for 3. That's off the mark and no good. Unfortunately, a cold start for the Chargers from beyond the arc. 16-6 Northwestern. Coach Figuera stands with his arms crossed, working the sideline. Hillbrands wants a 3. That's no good. High rebound, poked around, pulled in by Klein Hesseling. He can work it up for Briarcliff and does. Coach Figuera calls out the play. Klein Hesseling, high post to Roteman, back to Klein Hesseling, back to Roteman, little long for him. Corralled in by Van Egdom and Northwestern. Turnover to the Red Raiders. DeMolinaire drives, left-hand lay-in, good. Timeout by Coach Figuera. Andy Geelan and Connor Groves will check back into the Charger lineup with 12:08 to play here in the first half, and it's an 18-6 Red Raider lead. The story of the game so far is Northwestern shooting 6 of 13. They've hit 4 threes. Briarcliff shooting 2 of 11, 2 of 10 beyond the arc. So that will kind of tell you why we are where we are at this point, but 12:08 to go in the half, plenty of time for the Chargers to heat up. All right, the young lady just hit a backwards free throw as you hear the roar of the crowd. The in-game activities here to give away some cool prizes from some of the folks that support Briarcliff, and we appreciate all of their support throughout this sports season, including CNOS and the CNOS Foundation, official sports medicine provider of Briarcliff, Seth, Kelsey, and Jess, the awesome sports training staff here at Briarcliff. Plus, don't forget to follow your favorite Briarcliff athletic teams on the web at bcuchargers.com. You can also follow the Chargers on Instagram and Twitter, and some of the teams have their own individual Twitter accounts as well. And look for some pretty cool news tomorrow at bcuchargers.com. Can't tell you what it is because I'd get in trouble. I don't need that. I can do that on my own. So look for some very cool information out of Sports Information Director Kevin Pottabaum's office tomorrow. Geelan open up top. He won't take the 3, and he threw it away looking for Green on the far wing. So the turnover back to the Red Raiders. Third of the night for Briarcliff. DeMolinaire with the basketball over to Hillbrand's far side. He looks inside, all covered up. Gielan will get a push foul. He and Rohr going pretty good at one another, but comes from behind the push against Gielan. Fair call, no doubt. So Hillbrands will inbound, and he throws it in up top. DeMolinaire with it. Van Egdom touches briefly, gets it back, fires a high arcing three, no good. Klein Hesselink had the rebound taken away, saved into the Red Raiders. Hillbrands in heavy traffic. Out to DeMolinaire up top. Back to Hillbrands. He drives on Klein Hesselink as they battle one another. DeMolinaire drives baseline. He'll kick it out. Hillbrands for three. Top of the key, no good. Run down by Groves in the corner. So the Charger offense will go to work. Klein Hesselink will come out to get it as he dribbles around the top of the circle. To Gielan, left side, top of the key. He'll hand it to Groves. Groves has his dribble. He uses a few of them. Green looks at Lamb, who's cutting through traffic. Jackson doing anything he can to get open. Green fires for three, and it's good. Sammy Green for three. 18-9. Starting to get a little noise out of the student section over there. Lobbed inside, Rohr got behind Gielan. Gielan blocks it, but they're going to tag him with a foul. That looked good. Gielan's second. So it'll be Grant Rohr at the free throw line. It's a 65% free throw shooter, 23 of 35 before tonight. He's good on the first one, though. Second run for Rohr is good as well. He hits both. 20-9 Northwestern. Midway point here of the first half, just about there. Lamb starts a drive, lost his footing, doesn't lose the dribble. Gielan there to collect it for him. Green gets a Gielan screen and drives to the free throw line. He's got the cutter, Hoyt wide open underneath, who missed the reverse lay-in. Corver will swing it near side for Small. And it'll be an offensive foul against Grant Rohr, his second, team's fourth. So Green will trot across the half-court stripe with the basketball. Klein Hesselink collects. Now to Lamb. Lamb will drive. Gielan open for three. He'll spot. He'll fire off the front of the rim. No good. Cleared by Northwestern. DeMolinaire, free throw line jumper. No good off the front of the rim. Bodies crash on the rebound. Lamb comes out with it. Green across the half-court stripe. Ahead to Klein Hesselink. Back to Gielan and Green. Green drives, and Jackson Lamb hit the deck again as Green misses the reverse lay-in. Lamb just got railroaded as he's limping up the court. Three-pointer for Corver, no good, and a foul underneath. Not the best job so far by the striped shirts as Gielan picks up his third foul. Not good at all, to be honest. Tony Bonner checks into the Charger lineup. So they had to do a little housekeeping where Lamb got trucked on the other end. DeMolinaire set to inbound. A couple of screens by the Red Raiders. Corver collects along the baseline. Working on Lamb. Out top for Stirk. Stirk drives. He comes to a stop, covered up nicely by Tony Bonner. Bonner out of Council Bluffs. The 6'8 senior. Down to 5 on the shot clock. Long three, no good. Bonner tips it. Lamb tries to collect it, where Lamb's trucked again. Corver collects the foul. Jackson's turning into a little bit of a pinball here in the first half. (20 to 9, 9:02 to play. And it's Green with the basketball. Hoyt comes off a screen and cuts through traffic, nothing doing. Over to Jackson Lamb at the free throw line, out to Green. Green for three, good! All 4 of the Charger baskets from beyond the arc. It's 20 to 12. Corver to Jay Small, he pops a three, good. Small's second three of the game. 23-12. Lamb will set a screen for Sammy Green. Lamb rolls, gets it, lays it in. Nice pick and roll. Green to Lamb for the lay-in. Bounce down to Stirk. Bonner will put a hand straight out in his face and he'll body him up. Stirk has nowhere to go. Good defense by Tony Bonner. He's talking, helping Jaden Klein-Hesseling. Lobbed over Bonner, no good. Bonner will get the rebound. He'll take a dribble and lob it over to Sammy Green. Very good possession for Bonner. Green wants another three, and it's good! Yes! Sammy Green with 9. Chargers back within 6. 23-17. 7:35 to go. Stirk up top. Stirk thought about a three, won't take it. Small will shoot from anywhere. He drives, fade away over Klein-Hesseling, blocked by Klein-Hesseling, but right into the hands of Van Egdom for the offensive rebound and put back. Right place at the right time for Keegan Van Egdom and a nice bucket. 25-17, Lamb to Bonner. Bonner scores! 25-19. DeMillionaire with the drive, left side. He lays it up and in as he gets around Green. 27-19, teams trading baskets. Green with the dribble over to Jaden Klein-Hesseling, back to Sammy Green. Bonner catches down low, he's gonna back in. Bonner, little baby hook off the front of the rim, no good. Corver beats the defense back, has a cutter. It's Craig Stirk for the lay-in. And a timeout by Coach Figuera, and he is fired up. Austin Roteman will check back in. 30-second timeout. As Coach Figuera's used a couple already, lead swells back to 10. 29-19. I want to thank our Charger Sports Network sponsors, your connection to the action with links to live video, audio, and stats. Big thank you to Heartland Chiropractic, Townhouse Pizza Lounge, Sport Clips, Bob Rose Point After, Bob Rose North End Zone, and West Side Pizza. Thank you to those fantastic Charger Sports Network sponsors. Connor Groves and Austin Roteman back in the lineup for Briarcliff. Jake Carley in as well. Unfortunately, Andy Geelan came in and was tagged with 3 very quick fouls. So we may not get to see Andy until the second half. Lamb on the drive, poked loose by Isaac Heyer, just checked back in for Northwestern. 4 of the starting 5 in for the Red Raiders. Christian Corver, the non-starter, in there. Van Egdom taking a breather. Green pops it in up top. Roteman has it. He hands to Connor Groves. Quickly over to Green. Green stops, pops, fires for 3. That one's off the mark. Small, the only one there for the rebound. He'll clear for the Red Raiders to Corver. Back to Small, top of the key. They work it quickly to Hillbrand's far side. Heyer drives baseline, and Green will foul him. That'll be Sammy Green's first, team's 5th. So it'll be higher at the free throw line. 62% free throw shooter. Free throw is good for Isaac Heyer. His 4th point of the evening. Pace beginning to pick up, kind of like that. Both of these teams like to run and gun and score a lot of points. Second one for Heyer is good. He's got 5. 31-19. Bounce to Groves. Over to Ropeman. Lamb cuts back door. That's shut. Green to Ropeman up top. Thought about stepping into a 3. Won't take it into Lamb in the paint. Lamb fouled by Isaac Heyer for his first, team's 6th. Jackson will go to the free throw line, though. Lamb's free throw is good. Second one on the way for Jackson Lamb. And that's in and out, no good. Rebounded Noah Slaughter. Small bounces to Hillbrands, top of the key, drives left on Groves, turns back to his right and shoots, no good. Rebound pulled in by Jackson Lamb. 5:20 to play here in the first half. Groves into the corner for Carly and back to Groves. Groves, quick trigger on the 3, good! Connor Groves for 3. Isaac Heyer at the top for Northwestern. Small stops, pops for 3, and line drives it in. Small with 9. (34-23). Ropeman wants a 3 up top. Swish! 3 threes for Austin Ropeman. Small with it. Small gets it back on the pass, 3-pointer off the mark. Poked way back towards midcourt, and it's out of bounds to Briarcliff. Last touch by Small. (34-26), 3:37 to go. Small wants another 3. It's off the mark. Groves boxes out Heyer and gets the rebound. Groves will work it up. Chargers trail by 8. Ropeman wants another 3. No good. Rebound poked loose. Great hustle by Jake Carly. He'll collect, be tied up, and it'll be Charger basketball. Keegan Van Egdom in the lineup for Northwestern. Well, they're going to call a foul against Isaac Heyer. It will not be a jump ball, I believe. Well, they put up the number 20, so I guess I don't know. Maybe not. Okay. Hoyt to Carly. Carly lobs it into Ropeman. Ropeman backs in, left side, off the window, no good. Rebounded by Isaac Heyer. Higher bounce pass to Van Egdom. He steps around Carly and missed, but Stirk slams it in on the putback. Timed his jump perfectly. 36-26. Nick Hoyt and the Chargers looking for some offense, shooting just 37.5%. Roteman looking to back in on Stirk, does so. Turns to his left, pump fakes. Foul called against Craig Stirk, his first, team 7th. Austin will go to the free throw line. Free throw for Roteman is good. He's got 10. Jaden Klein-Hesselink back into the Briarcliff lineup. Second one for Austin Roteman is good. He's got 11. Sammy Green with 9. Roteman with 11 to lead the Chargers. Leading scorer Jay Small for Northwestern. He's hit 3 triples. Stirk over to Heyer at the top of the key. 15 on the Red Raiders shot clock. Heyer backs in. He'll kick it out top. Stirk for 3. No good. Jackson Lamb with a rebound. He'll turn it up for Briarcliff. Lamb to Roteman. Cutting into the basket underneath. Lay in good. Good court vision by Jackson Lamb. 36-29. 1:58 to play first half. DeMillionaire will drive. Cut off by Groves. Bounces to Van Egdom. Van Egdom puts a shoulder into Hoyt. Missed a shot. Rebounded by Lamb. Lamb will drive to the basket where he's crushed. Not on purpose, just a lot of contact. Heyer picks up his second, team's 8th. Just a basketball play, but Lamb took the brunt of it. So Lamb with a bend of the knees to the free throw line. Free throw is good. Lamb with 4. Just 1 of 3 from the field so far for Jackson Lamb. 36-31. Make it 36-32. Lamb with 5. 4-point Northwestern lead. It's been in double figures multiple occasions tonight. Chargers battling back with a couple of good defensive stands. Fadeaway jumper. Hillbrand's no good. Austin Roteman snags the rebound. Lamb, top of the key, over to Groves. Roteman on the baseline, bounces inside to Lamb, back out to Roteman in the corner for 3. That's well off the mark and no good. Not a good look at all for Austin. Pass blocked out of the air by Groves, good defense. Stirk over to Hillbrands, almost lost the handle, but gathers his dribble back in. Small, very good off the dribble, picks it up. Almost throws it away. Hillbrand's there to get it, down to 5 on the Red Raiders shot clock. Stirk hits the backdoor cutter. Hillbrand's reverse lay in, no good. Rebounded by Jackson Lamb. His 6th rebound of the first half. Over to Klein-Hesselink, and now Nick Hoyt will dribble to the top. Looking for Lamb as he tries to lose a defender. Lobbed into Roteman. Roteman in too far. Will back up. Stirk with the block. Roteman gets it again. Works his way through traffic and gets the foul call. He'll go to the free throw line. Go to Hillbrands and be his 2nd, team's 9th. Free throw good for Austin Roteman. Sammy Green back in for Connor Groves. Carly and Geelan will check in. Roteman's free throw is good. Austin Roman with 15. He'll get a nice round of applause with 24 seconds left as he comes off the floor. Shot clock off for Northwestern. Hilbrands walks it up. Not ready to go just yet. 2-point lead for the Red Raiders. Green tries to poke it away. It's loose in the backcourt. And now they're going to call a foul on Green, I believe. Just got a little too aggressive. His second, team's sixth. 5.8 seconds left, but ball will be inbounded in the backcourt now. Nick Hoyt in for Sammy Green. Small will inbound to Hilbrands. Plenty of time, 5 seconds. Hilbrands off a screen, drives, gets behind Gielan and scores at the buzzer. Halftime score here at the Newman Flanagan Center. Northwestern 38 and Briarcliff 34. Our Square Tire halftime show is on the way here on the Charger Sports Network at BCUChargers.com. We'll gather up some stats for you and add them all up. Make sure they all match. Then we'll give them back to you on the other side. We'll be back in a minute. The Charger Sports Network at BCUChargers.com. Square Tire halftime show next. Halftime here at the Newman Flanagan Center. It's the Square Tire halftime report here on the Chargers Sports Network at BCUChargers.com. Northwestern out to a 38-34 lead, but the biggest lead of the day was 12 by the Red Raiders. They've led the entire way. So the Chargers cut it to 4 here at halftime. Leading scorer for Briar Cliff is Austin Roman with 15 points. Sammy Green with 9, Jackson Lamb with 5, Connor Groves with 3, and Tony Bonner with 2. For Northwestern, 7 different players have scored, led by Jay Small with 9, Trent Hilbrands with 7, Keegan Van Egdom with 7, Isaac Heyer with 5, Grant DeMillionaire with 4, Craig Stirk with 4, and Grant Rower with 2. Briar Cliff shooting out of 28, 35.7%. Northwestern 14 of 37, 37.9%. From beyond the arc, Chargers 7 of 19, Northwestern 6 of 16. Free throw line, Northwestern 4 of 4, Briar Cliff 7 of 8. Rebounding advantage slightly to the Red Raiders, 23-19. 9 assists, only 4 turnovers for the Cliff. 4 assists, only 1 turnover for Northwestern. Both teams have taken care of the basketball very well. Bench scoring 11-4 BCU. Points in the paint 14-6 Northwestern. Second chance points 7-2 Northwestern. And points off of turnover just 2-0. Obviously you expect that with just 5 total turnovers in the entire game. Individual stat categories, Austin Roman with 15, that leads Briar Cliff. Jackson Lamb 7 rebounds lead BC, as does his 5 assists. Northwestern, Jay Small 9 points and 5 rebounds to lead his team in both areas. Craig Stirk with an assist, which leads his team there. Halftime scores throughout the GPAC right now. Number 2 Morningside 51-28 over Midland. Concordia slight edge over Doane 33-25. Number 6 Dakota Wesleyan 49. Mount Marty 41, and 23rd ranked Dordt 53-46 over Jamestown. Finals from earlier tonight. 8th ranked Morningside women over Midland 89-66. Top ranked Concordia 110-47 over Doane. Hastings 104-53 over College of St. Mary. Number 5 Dordt 77-58 over Jamestown, and Dakota Wesleyan 13th ranked team in the country, 73-42 over Mount Marty. It's the Square Tire halftime show here on the Charger Sports Network at BCUChargers.com. The halftime score 38-34. Northwestern has the lead. We'll be back in a few minutes to the Newman Flanagan Center and give you the second half of the Square Tire halftime show. About ready to start the second half here at the Newman Flanagan Center on the campus of Briarcliff University. Again, I'm Justin Parker. Glad to have you alongside us throughout the evening here on the Chargers Sports Network at bcuchargers.com. As the conference season continues with Briarcliff and Northwestern here tonight. The Chargers will be over at Morningside on Saturday, but not the normal 2 and 4 o'clock tip-offs. It'll be a 4 and 6 o'clock tip because the Mustang men will be playing, of course, in the NAIA National Football semifinals, or the football championship semifinals. That's a noon game. So they moved the basketball games back a couple of hours to try to accommodate as many fans as possible. And Morningside will be taking on Grandview at noon on Saturday over at Elwood Olson Stadium. Looking to make a return trip to the national championship game. So it'll be 4 and 6 o'clock for that matchup. And then the women will have a week off until next Saturday when they play College of St. Mary. Briarcliff's men will host Grandview on Tuesday. Small shot is off the mark to start the second half, as we are underway with a 38-34 ball game. Starters for both sides on the floor for Briarcliff and Northwestern. Roteman up top. Roteman takes a few dribbles. Klein Hesseling cuts through traffic, gets a beautiful pass, but a little off on the shot, and it's rebounded by the Red Raiders. Hillbrands over to Van Egdem. Now to Craig Sturck. Small catches, 19-15 to play in the ball game. Higher drives as he cuts towards the basket. Shot off the mark, put back off the mark. Austin Roteman comes in and muscles away the rebound. Top of the key for Hoyt and the Chargers looking for the first points here of the second half. Klein Hesseling. Roteman to Hoyt. Hoyt circles around and stops at the free throw line. Klein Hesseling, beautiful pass to Roteman, backdoor. Austin Roteman with 17. 38-36. Small lobs it down to Sturck. Sturck facing the basket. Throws into the far corner. Higher for three. Good. Isaac Higher. He's got 8. Just good court vision by the Red Raiders. Back up by 5. Lamb on the drive. He kicks it into the corner for Groves, who steps left with a dribble. Three-pointer off the mark. Into the hands of the Red Raiders. Hillbrands. To Sturck, over to Higher. Small fadeaway three, no good. Groves with the rebound. Connor Groves' 5th rebound of the day. Lamb wanted a 3, couldn't take it. Groves will drive. Groves to the basket. Around the defender, Sturck, no good. Higher comes out with it quickly to the top of the key. Hillbrand's open for 3, good. Hillbrand's with 10. (44-36), lead back to 8. Roteman hands it off to Lamb, who stops at the elbow, kicks it to Roteman, who's fouled by Sturck, unable to make it go for the three-point play, but Austin will have a couple of free throws here. Get everybody set up along the free throw line, and Roteman. First one is good. Austin has 18. Well above his average of 8.5 points a game, but definitely a night where Briarcliff needs him to be at his finest, and he has so far. Sammy Green back in the Charger lineup. Roteman's second free throw good as well. He's got 19. 44-38. Hillbrands hands it off. Excuse me, to Jay Small. Higher looked at the cutter, doesn't go there, goes to Hillbrands outside of the arc instead. Hillbrands trying to drive on Klein Hesseling. Klein Hesseling cuts him down. Van Egdem gets a pass, and then they're going to call a Yeah, fouled Austin Ropeman for really putting his hand up. Team's first. His first. So it'll be Keegan Van Egdom at the free throw line. 81% free throw shooter. A little misleading, 9 of 11, but still good. 8 now for Van Egdom as he hits the first. Second one good as well with a swish for Keegan Van Egdom. He's got 9. 46-38. Green will push. Hoyt at his pocket picked by Small. Small runs out of room. It'll go to Briarcliff. So Green set to inbound. Jackson Lamb being held pretty quiet tonight, 1 of 4 shooting. He's attempted just 1 3-pointer. Austin Ropeman has shouldered the load as he gets the entry pass. Ropeman up top for Green, open for 3. Good! Sammy Green is 4th. 3-pointer of the night, he's got 12. Green coming up huge off the Charger bench. Lead cut back to 5. Just joining us, the Chargers playing without Ethan Friedell's services as well. Maybe for a while with an ankle injury. Higher catches right side of the circle, top of the key. Into Rohr. Rohr turns, shoots over Ropeman and scores. Just a very nice post move by Grant Rohr. Ropeman had it defended well. Ropeman comes out to get it now. Lamb comes off a screen. He'll shoot the 3. Good! Jackson Lamb for 3. He's got 8. See if we can't get Jackson on fire and ready to go. 48-44. In again to Grant Rohr. He tries to back his way in. Ropeman not giving him any ground. Rohr's shot is off the mark. Now they call a very late foul against Austin Ropeman, his second. Team's second. Looked again like just a good one-on-one play. Tony Bonner will check in and try to give Austin a spell here. Free throw good for Grant Rohr. He's got 5. Second one, no good. Rebounded by Jaden Klein-Hesselink. Jaden has yet to score tonight, coming in averaging about 10 a game. Get him on track as well. Bonner high post. Will take a few dribbles. Green wants a 3 from the corner. Good! Sammy Green! 15 for Green, all from beyond the arc. 49-47. Small free throw line fadeaway jumper, no good. Jackson Lamb with a rebound. Lamb's 8th rebound to go along with 8 points. Lamb step back for 3, no good. Small with a rebound. Small doesn't have numbers, so he'll slow it up and pops it over far side for Higher. Higher down the lane, floats it up and over Bonner. Bonner may have got a piece of it. Saved into Bonner, and Green will slow it up for BCU and let his offense get set up. Chargers shooting for the tie or potentially the lead. Bonner at the free throw line, back to Green. Green gets around the screen from Bonner over to Hoyt. Hoyt wants a 3, no good, rolls out. Higher with the rebound for the Red Raiders, 14:25 to play. 49-47 Northwestern as Hillbrands backs up in the center circle looking at a Rohr's screen. Hoyt works through it, and they call a just not good foul on Nick Hoyt, his second. So the struggles continue with the striped shirts. Third phantom foul of the second half against the Chargers so far. Into Rohr. Rohr backs in on Bonner. And they'll call Bonner. Yeah, why not? Call him too. Team's fourth. So if you're a coach right now, not exactly sure how you should tell your defenders to act, because straight up defense just isn't working. Free throw is good. Rohr has 6. Rohr set for his second one. That is no good. And Jackson Lamb with a rebound. And now they're going to try to even it up on the foul count. Van Egdom with his second. Team's second. Green lobs it in up top. Bonner makes the catch. Bonner hands to Klein Hesselink. Klein Hesselink stops on a dime. Fadeaway jumper and gets the roll. Klein Hesselink's first basket of the night, 50-49. Heyer and Hilbrand's exchange passes. Heyer has it back up top. He'll bounce to Rohr. To Christian Korver. Van Egdom feeds it inside. Rohr, reverse lay-in good. Nice play there. Went off the dribble for the reverse. Lamb catches and comes to the three-point line and flips it over to Hoyt into Bonner. Bonner trying to back his way in, takes a ton of contact, and shockingly enough, no call. Hilbrands, he'll drive, and guess what? Klein Hesselink will get a foul call. His first, team's fifth. Not surprising. So it'll be a inbounds play. With 13:08 to go. Hilbrands throws it in up top. Van Egdom will catch it. Korver trying to cut. He's covered up. Hilbrands comes out to get it. Now to Korver. Near side for Noah Slaughter. Through the paint. Rohr back up top. Korver for three. Off the mark. Rebounded by Slater inside. Excuse me. Took a nice bounce through the paint and got it. It's a nice play. 54-49 lead. Back to 5. Green drives. Spinning into the paint. Look to kick it out. Deflected. Klein Hesselink runs it down to 15 on the shot clock. Hoyt. Roteman for three. No good. Rebound into the near corner. Run down by Noah Slaughter. He'll get rid of it quickly. Hilbrands to Van Egdom. Ahead to Korver. Back to Van Egdom and up top for Hilbrands. He'll swing it near side in front of the Red Raider bench. Korver spots a three. That's off the mark. Jaden Klein Hesselink with a nice rebound. Flipped over to Hoyt, far side across the court from Green. Roteman won't take the three this time. Hands to Lamb, tries to set him a screen. Van Egdom fights through it. Now a foul to Van Egdom, his third. Team's third. Sammy Green will do the inbounding for BCU. Hoyt pops out to get it. To the cutting Roteman. Reversal in good for Austin Roteman. 21 now for Big Austin. Shouldering the load for BCU tonight. 54-51, 11:45 to play. So we near the midway point of the second half. Foul off the basketball to Austin Roteman. His third. Team sixth. Geelan and Connor Groves back into the Charger lineup. Craig Stirk back in for Northwestern. Trent Hilbrands will inbound. As the Red Raiders make their cuts. Knocked out of the air by Lamb, goes off of Green's head into the hands of Klein Hesselink. So the Chargers get the steal. A little bit of a pinball there, but hey, it works. Green flashes towards the basket, lay-in, goes over the rim, no good. Korver has it right wing side for the Red Raiders. Near side for Van Engdom, and up top, Hilbrands will back into the center circle, and now he'll start towards the basket. Off the dribble, out to Corver, open for three, no good. Sammy Green with a rebound, his first of the night, to go along with 15 points. So Green jogs it up. He'll hand it to Groves, chest pass over to Gielan, who hands it off to Klein Hesselink. Klein Hesselink on the drive, he stops, bounces through traffic to a wide open backdoor Andy Gielan for the basket. 54-53. Coach Corver has let his team play all night. Has let his team play through some different things. No timeouts called by Corver yet. He knows what he's doing. Stirk open for three. No good. Ooh, tipped back up and in by Noah Slaughter. Now a timeout by Coach Corver. Just as we say he hasn't used one, he does now. Full time out of the game. 56-53, 10:34 to play here in tonight's game. Chargers shooting 16 of 42 for 38%, 10 of 26 beyond the arc, 9 of 10 at the free throw line. Northwestern 19 of 50, 38%. So both teams at 38%. Red Raiders 8 of 23 beyond the arc, 8 of 10 at the free throw line. Rebound advantage 32-28 to Northwestern. One of the great things about a game like this is it's played at a very high level. Both teams very aggressive, and only 6 turnovers combined. 2 for Northwestern and 4 for Briarcliff tonight. It's great to see. Both teams are defending very, very well, but at the same time, really taking care of the basketball. So it's 56-53. Morningside leading Midland 77-55. Second half action there. We'll try to update these scores for you as we make our way through the evening. Concordia 56-51 over Doane with about 4 minutes and change there. Mount Marty 85-83 currently over Dakota Wesleyan with about 7 minutes to go in that one. And last but not least, Dort 76-68 over Jamestown. Groves has the dribble. He gets a screen from Gielan, pushed over to Green in the near corner. Back to Connor Groves. Groves has 3 tonight. Green cuts through traffic to the basket, lays it up off the front of the rim, no good. Defended pretty well by Stirk. He kind of put the brakes on. Slaughter dribbles around the top, back over to Hilbrands. He'll back it up, set up the offense with 15 on the shot clock. Plenty of time to work. He fires for 3 instead, no good. Rebound, caroms around through a bunch of hands to Stirk, reverse lay-in, good. One of those plays where you look at it at the end of the play and you say, you know what, I'd rather just be lucky than good sometimes, and the bounce just happened right to his hands and he attacked the basket nicely. Gielan saves it into Klein Hesselink after a bit of a hot potato. Klein Hesselink drives. He'll be cut down by a Noah Slaughter foul. That'll be his first, team's 4th. So Jackson Lamb will step out and inbound for BCU. .9:33 to go. Chargers trail by 5. Gielan hands it right back to Connor Groves off the inbounds play. Klein Hesselink thought about a 3. Drives instead, blocked by Stirk up by the hoop. So the Red Raiders bring it up. Looking to extend their lead. They've led the entire way. Chargers have not led tonight. Hilbrands drives, left hand lay-in, no good. Lamb skies for the rebound. Lamb top of the key towards the bucket. Good! Jackson Lamb through traffic. He's got 10. Back to 58-55, just under 9 minutes to go. Slaughter with an offensive foul. His second, team's 5th. That'll give it over to Briarcliff. Nick Hoyt will check back in for BCU. in place of Sammy Green, and Isaac Heyer will check back in for the Red Raiders. So Nick Hoyt will work it up as we put the ball back in play. Geelan looked for the backdoor cut from Groves. Not a lot of room to work with, so they swing it back up top to Klein Hesselink and over to Geelan. Back to Klein Hesselink. Groves catches it. Being guarded by Small. Klein Hesselink gets a Geelan screen, goes underneath, reverse lay-in, good for Jaden Klein Hesselink. He's got 4, lead cut back to 1. Both teams jabbing one another, but nobody probably going to land the knockout punch, as this one will be close for the rest of the night, as you'd expect in this terrific rivalry. Sturck, one-on-one with Geelan. Geelan coaxes him into throwing it away, and then Lamb nailed from behind. And hopefully Jackson's okay. He hit the ground pretty hard. He's going to pop back up. Energizer Bunny here tonight. He's going to be sore tomorrow. That was just a basketball play, and I mean nothing more than that. Just 3 different players hit the deck there. All going for the basketball. Lamb will drive on Heyer. Lamb to the basket. Yes! Gets it to go, and a 3-point play chance coming. The team leader, Jackson Lamb, stepping up down the stretch. Isaac Heyer picks up his 3rd, team's 6th. Chargers with their first lead of the day, 59-58 with 7:49 to go. Tony Bonner will check back in for Andy Geelan. Trying to give Austin Roteman as much rest as possible so he can go down the stretch as he leads the way with 21 Charger points. Jackson Lamb, double-double, 12 points and 11 rebounds. He also has 5 assists on the night. Free throw for Lamb is good. He rattles it home. 2-point Charger lead, 60-58. DeMillionaire will bring it up the floor for the Red Raiders and run the point. He comes to a stop, bounces to Grant Rohr. Small comes off a screen, catches it, gets in deep, almost threw it away. And DeMillionaire was there and definitely didn't. Looked a little different from up here at this angle. Small backs in with a left-hand lay-in and scores. He's got 11, his first points here of the second half. Been held relatively quiet by the Charger defense. Groves bounces high post to Bonner. Back to Connor Groves. Groves, free throw line, jumper good off a very nice screen by Tony Bonner. 62-60. DeMillionaire throws inside. Hillbrand's wide open, lost Nick Hoyt on the way in. He's got 12. Tied again at 62. Hoyt will hand it off to Klein Hesselink. Bounce to Bonner again. Groves catches. Groves wants a 3, no good. Heyer skies for the rebound, but a good look by Groves. Hillbrands looks over at his coach, Chris Corver. Coach, what should we run? Pick a good one. He'll bounce to Grant Rohr. About a foot beyond the 3-point arc. Hillbrands to Small. Small wants to drive. DeMillionaire with 5 of the shot clock over to Small. Small, fade away for 3, no good. Rebound poked around and loose. Nick Hoyt will gather it in. And it's Lamb into the front court where Coach Mark Svagera will call a timeout. 6:07 to play. We're tied at 62 here on the Charger Sports Network at BCUchargers.com. Full timeout. So we'll take the opportunity to take a look around the Great Plains Athletic Conference. Morningside's Mustangs now up 84-59 over Midland. Got Dort holding off Jamestown for the time being, 79-76, but still almost 11 minutes to play in that matchup. Mount Marty trying to pull away from Dakota Wesleyan. up 95-86, and in my opinion, the Lancers should have been in the latest offering of the top 25, but we're just receiving votes. A road win at Dakota Wesleyan should definitely be enough to push them into that upper echelon of the top 25, and I think they deserve it. I was very, very impressed with Mount Marty when they came here to the Newman Flanagan Center a couple of weeks ago, or a week ago, whenever it was. Time flies when you're having fun. 62-62 here. 6:07 to play. It'll be Charger basketball following this timeout. Briarcliff has 2 left. Coach Korber has a pocket full. He's got 5 of them that he'll have to work with here down the stretch. Green drops into the backcourt. Cleanly collect the pass, and he'll work it up. Line Esselink comes out to get it. Back over to Green. Green bounces down to Bonner. Bonner back to Green up top. Thought about a 3, won't take it. He'll bounce it back down to Bonner. Backs his way in. Drop step left. Shot off the mark, no good. Jay Small with the rebound. Not a bad look at all, though, for Tony Bonner. Time to play defense. DeMillionaire bounces to Rohr. Hillbrands cuts through, covered up by Green. Higher with the catch. Rohr to Small, looking for the backdoor cut. Finds Higher in heavy traffic. Blocked down by Bonner. Good defense. Just put a paw up in the air and got the block. Lamb thought about a step back 3, won't take it. Groves looks for Lamb, finds Green instead. Green with a long 3, no good. Hillbrand's there to collect the carom all the way out by the 3-point arc. 5 minutes to go. Hillbrand's on the drive. He stops, he pops, he shoots, he scores. 14 for Trent Hillbrands, working up towards his 18 points per game average. 64-62 Red Raiders. Bonner sets a screen. He'll roll as he's got a little bit of a height advantage over Hillbrands down low, but he's calling for it. They lob it in. He gets behind Hillbrands and scores. Yeah, there you go. Feed the big guy when he gets behind. Had a definite mismatch over the 6-foot-tall Hillbrands. Bonner checks in at 6'8" and is, well, built like a offensive lineman compared to Hillbrands, who's built like a stout running back. Just a difference in body style. Sammy Green picks up his 3rd. Team 7th. So it'll be Hillbrands, who is a terrific athlete at Lamar's community with the Bulldogs, played multiple sports. He's one of those guys that's fun to watch. Every high school in America has them. They stand out for a reason. They're just very, very good athletes, and they play everything, and that's what I love about these athletes that play everything. Love the guys that play multiple sports. 1 of 2 for Hillbrands, so it's a 1-point Red Raider lead. Connor Groves played football down at Sergeant Bluff, played some baseball. Lamb for a long 3, good! Jackson Lamb! Lamb quietly at 16. 67-65, every possession now going to be big the rest of the way. DeMillionaire bounces down to Rohr. He hands it off to Hillbrands, who comes around the circle. Shoots, scores. Wow, sweet shot. Fade away. Kind of Michael Jordan-esque, that fadeaway jumper. Green lobs to Lamb, who comes to a jump stop, shoots and scores as he got the defender to commit and go through. And it's 69-67. Whoever wins this one can say it's a hard-fought victory. Hillbrands passes out to Small. Small will drive. And a charge against Jay Small. Austin Roteman stepped over to take it. Small's first foul, team 7th. Charger ball. Timeout by Coach Chris Korver. 3 minutes, 32 seconds to play. 69-67, Briarcliff. Full timeout. We'll step aside here for a quick second. We'll be right back. following the Northwestern timeout. 3 minutes, 32 seconds to play. Briarcliff 69-67 over the visiting Red Raiders. Briarcliff did not lead until the second half of this one. It was a 38-34 game at halftime, with Northwestern leading in double figures multiple times tonight. But the Chargers have fought back on the shoulders of Austin Roteman, Jackson Lamb, and Sammy Green. Roteman with 21, Lamb with 18, Green with 15. So it's Jackson Lamb working it up the center of the floor. Green catches on the right wing. Cutting backdoor is Lamb. He had to save it in. Groves skies to get it. Roteman hands it off to Klein Hesselink. Klein Hesselink over to Groves. Groves for three. No good off the front of the rim. Hillbrands will hand it over to DeMolinaire. 3 minutes to go. 69-67 BCU. Small throws it back up top. Hillbrands. It's set up by a Sturck screen for three. Good. Trent Hillbrands, Northwestern back up by one. 70-69. Lamb off the dribble, and we've got a foul by Hillbrands, his third, team's eighth. So it'll be Jackson Lamb at the free throw line on the Hillbrands foul. Well, they called it to Van Egdom, his fourth. Sorry about that. Didn't see the other hand go up. Lamb's free throw rattles home. And we're tied at 70. So Lamb can put the Chargers back in the lead. Free throw is good. Jackson Lamb hits both, and he's got 20. 71-70. Briarcliff and Northwestern, 2:35 to go. Going to be an excellent finish right here. Sturck drives over Roteman. No good off the front of the rim. Rebounded by Green. Green looks ahead as Austin Roteman cut into the basket. It's blocked, but he's there to catch it and put it right back up and in. 23 for Big Austin. 3-point Charger lead as we get ready to cross the 2-minute mark. Hillbrands being guarded by Klein Hesselink. Sturck thought about a three, but he's hip checked by Roteman. That'll cut that down. Austin has 4 fouls now, team's 8th. So it'll be Craig Sturck at the free throw line, 70% free throw shooter. Has not attempted a free throw yet tonight. Sturck with a big bend of the knees on his 6'7" frame, and it's good. Sturck has 7. Sturck's second one is good as well. Good touch by the big guy. 8 for him. 73-72. 2 minutes now to play. Lamb looking for a Roteman screen. Goes the other way. Now cuts through the paint. Over Sturck. Around him. No good. Rebound pulled in by Sturck. Just rolled off the rim. Hillbrands in no hurry. He's going to look at his coach, Chris Corver. Get instruction. 95 seconds to play. Down to 10 on the shot clock. Small with it. He'll jack a long three, and it's no good. Rebounded cleanly by Connor Groves. His 6th rebound of the night. And the Chargers will call timeout. 1:20 to go in the contest. Briarcliff 73, Northwestern 72. The foul situation is even, 8 fouls apiece. So we're shooting free throws the rest of the way here on every time the whistle blows. Dakota Wesleyan coming back on Mount Marty now 99-94. 52 seconds to go. Concordia and Doane in overtime, tied at 60. Morningside game has gone final, 92-66. The second-ranked Mustangs have no problem with Midland tonight, and the Warriors. Mount Marty and Dakota Wesleyan 101-94 with 35 seconds left. Here at 73-72. Chargers have a 1-point lead and the basketball. 1:20 to play, 22 on the Chargers shot clock. Austin Roteman with 23, Jackson Lamb with 20, Sammy Green with 15. So the Chargers will put it in play right in front of the scorers table. And Lamb set to put it in play to Sammy Green, who's just played excellent for the Chargers tonight off the bench. A couple of freshmen in the starting lineup tonight, and Coach Figuera choosing to use the veteran Sammy Green off the bench, and boy, has he responded. Lamb cuts through traffic, he's cut off. Roteman thought about a three. Groves, top of the key for three. Yes, Connor Groves! The freshman buries a big three, and it's a 4-point lead. Hilbrand's back for Northwestern. He looks for a Sturck screen and gets it. Hilbrand's for three, good, and Klein Hesseling fouled him. Oh, man. Second foul to Klein Hesseling, the 9th foul against Briarcliff. So a 4-point play opportunity for Trent Hilbrands and a chance to tie the game. How quickly things change. Hilbrand's 86% at the free throw line. Free throw is good. You betcha he ties it up. He's got 24 to lead all scores. 45 seconds to go, so we'll have a couple of changes in possession here before it's done. Lobbed into Roteman. Roteman stripped, but Hilbrand's out of bounds, so the Chargers will keep it. With 38 seconds left and 21 on the shot clock. Green will throw it in for Briarcliff. Near side of the basket, along the end line, Roteman with the catch. Throws it over to Green, 15 on the shot clock. Lamb off a screen. Lamb drives, flips it into Roteman. Roteman backing his way in on Sturck. Turns, shoots, no good. So the Red Raiders have the chance here to win it in the final possession. 15 seconds left, tied at 76. They're going to roll it down here below 10 before they go. Down to 7 seconds, down to 6 and 5. Hilbrands drives, floats it up, no good. Rebounded by Klein Hesselink. He'll fire from half court, and it won't go, and we're going to overtime. Well, 2 halves of basketball, just not enough. 76-76 is where we will go to overtime here at the Newman Flanagan Center. 5 more minutes, let's do it, why not? $23 for Roteman at the end of regulation. 20 for Jackson Lamb. 15 for Sammy Green. 8 for Connor Groves. 4 for Klein Hesselink. 4 for Tony Bonner and 2 from Andy Gielen. For Northwestern, Trent Hilbrands with 24. He leads the way. Jay Small with 11. Van Egdom with 11. Let's see here. Trying to get them all right here. Noah Slaughter with 4. Grant Millionaire with 2. Small with 11, Grant Rohr with 8. And there we go. And Isaac Heyer with 8. There we go. So overtime is where we're headed, tied at 76 here at the Newman Flanagan Center. Briarcliff shooting 43%, 26 of 60. Northwestern 27 of 66 for 41%. Chargers 12 of 31 beyond the arc. Northwestern 10 of 29. It'll be Austin Roteman and Craig Stirk in the center circle. Opening tip of overtime controlled by Briarcliff. Lamb wants a 3 to get things started. Good, Jackson Lamb. 23 for Lamb, 79-76. Hilbrand's on the drive, stops. Klein Hesseling knocks it out of the air, but Stirk there to gather it and score. He's got 10. 79-78. 30 seconds into the extra session. Groves with a jump pass to Klein Hesseling, who's got the cutting Austin Roteman lay-in, no good, rebounded by Small. So Northwestern can shoot for the lead. Overtime down in Seward as well with Concordia and Doane. Into Stirk. Stirk shoots over Roteman and scores. Back-to-back overtime baskets for Craig Stirk. Lamb thought about another 3, will not take it this time. 80-79 Northwestern. Klein Hesseling across the top to Green. Green drives, a little behind the back pass and threw it away. Not the best pass there. Coach Figuera not happy. So the Red Raiders can extend the lead a bit here. Dorton Jamestown 99-98 with 35 seconds left. In the corner for Small. Lamb guards Small. Small throws. Stirk open for 3, won't take it. Keegan Van Ingdom will shoot the 3 and make it 4-point Red Raider lead, 83-79. Lamb with a jump pass over to Klein Hesseling. Roteman on the near wing. Back to Green, over to Groves. Groves has the baseline. He's stopped by Jay Small, his second. Team's 9th. So it'll be Connor Groves at the free throw line. Connor Groves, a very good free throw shooter throughout his basketball career. Free throw, no good. Off the front of the iron. Rebounded by Small. Coach Corver says slow things down. 2:50 to go in overtime, 4-point Northwestern lead. Small catches on the wing, wants a 3, falling away, no good. Groves with the rebound. He'll work it up. To Sammy Green, back over to Groves. Green holds momentarily. Lamb working well without the basketball. They just can't get him to it yet. Now they bounce it in. Lamb turns, shoots over Van Egdom, no good. Hilbrands with the rebound. 83-79, 2:15 to play in overtime. Red Raiders have control for the time being. Van Egdom over to Hilbrands. Stirk looked to set a screen. Stirk now open for 3. No good. Rebounded by Klein Hesseling. Chargers definitely need a good look here. Coach Figuera wants to talk about it to get that good look. He'll call a timeout. He's got one more. So with 1:51 to play in overtime, it's 83-79. Craig Stirk with a couple of baskets and Keegan Van Egdom with a 3. The overtime scoring for Northwestern. Jackson Lamb a 3. The overtime scoring for the Chargers. Both teams at 9 fouls, so the next whistle will put either team in the double bonus for the remainder of this overtime and however many more we need to figure out a winner here tonight. Both coaches working their respective huddles, knowing that every time you touch the basketball, it's incredibly important. It'll be overtime in Jamestown as well. Dort and Jamestown tied at 100. Concordia and Doane in overtime as well. So just a night of overtime in the conference. Three of the 5 games in overtime. Sammy Green puts it back in play for BCU. 15 on the shot clock. Lamb sets a screen. Lamb catches off the roll. Lamb drives, leaves it off for Roteman. Roteman left open for 3, no good. Klein Hesselink tried to swat it and keep it alive, but into the hands of the Red Raiders with 1:29 to play. DeMillionaire throws over to Small. Back to Grant DeMillionaire. Back to Small. 15 on the Red Raider shot clock. Hilbrands to Stirk. DeMillionaire open for 3 in the corner. No good. Short. Rebounded by Sammy Green. Green sets up Groves. Groves for 3. Good! Connor Groves! 1 minute to play in overtime. Chargers cut the lead to 1. Coach Figuera telling his team, step up defensively and give me all you got. 45 seconds to go. And a timeout by Coach Corver. Double overtime now in Seward, 71-71. So apparently the squads in the Great Plains Athletic Conference just want to keep playing more basketball. The inbounds play will come to the far side of the floor with 44.6 seconds left. 16 on the Red Raider shot clock. So a big defensive stand here for Briarcliff. Got to get a stop. Like I'm saying anything they don't know. (83-82). 44.6 seconds to play. Austin Roteman and Jackson Lamb, 23 each for Briarcliff. Lamb with a double-double, 11 rebounds to go along with it. And he's the team leader in assists as well. Trent Hilbrands leads the way for Northwestern with 24. So time for a stop for the BCU defense. So here we go. Keegan Van Engdom will inbound across the floor. Far side. Hilbrands pops out to get it. 15 on the shot clock. Hilbrands bounces away. Van Engdom looking inside. He goes out to Hilbrands instead. Hilbrands with 7, 6, and 5. Fade away over Lamb. Shot no good. Run down by Van Engdom. And a foul to Klein Hesselink. His third, so that will be the team's 10th, and double bonus for the Red Raiders. Noah Slaughter set to check in for Northwestern. Shot clock is off at 28.7. Well, maybe. Hilbrand's free throw is good. 25 for Trent Hilbrands. One timeout left for Coach Figuera. 4 left for Coach Corver if necessary. Hilbrands missed the second one. Rebounded by Sammy Green. It's a 2-point game. 84-82 Northwestern. Green calmly dribbles it up for Briarcliff. Shot clock is off. 13 down to 10. Green hands it to Jackson Lamb, almost lost it, back to Green. Green with 5, fires for 3, no good. Rebound into the hands of Jay Small and a foul by Klein Hesselink. His 4th. So it'll be Jay Small at the free throw line. 1.7 seconds on the clock. (85-82). Small now with 12. So Small can more or less ice it with this free throw. The free throw is in and out, no good, and a timeout by the Chargers with 1.4 seconds to play. So the Chargers use their final overtime timeout, and we'll see what Coach Figueroa can draw up here. Something Christian Leitner-esque. This may be what we're looking for, but we'll see what he's got in his pocket. 1.4 seconds remaining. It is a 3-point game. 85-82 Red Raiders. Now all Northwestern really has to do, if they choose to, is they can foul on the inbound and make it real hard. Or they can just step back and see if the Chargers can hit a prayer here. Some gamesmanship to be had, really. We'll have our One-Eyed Jacks postgame show coming up for you. We'll run down this one. So out of the timeout, here comes BCU. Trailing by 3 with 1.4 seconds left. So it's Roteman, Hoyt, Green, Groves, and Lamb. Big Austin Roteman set to throw it in. They'll set a few screens. Lamb catches near the half-court stripe where he's fouled with 0.4 seconds left, so that is how they employ tactic. And Keegan Van Egdom will foul out of the game with 0.4 seconds left. So it'll be Jackson Lamb at the free throw line. So Lamb will obviously need to make the first. And he does. 24 for Jackson Lamb and a timeout Northwestern. With 0.4 seconds remaining. 30-second timeout. So it's a 2-point Red Raider lead. So what you need is a lucky carom. That's where we're at. Jackson Lamb, a very efficient shooter, so he can hopefully place it somewhere. But if you're on the low block, if you're Andy Gielen and Austin Roteman, you got to just out-jump the Red Raiders. There won't be time here for Lamb to miss, follow his shot, and collect the carom, most likely. So we'll see how it goes here for Jackson Lamb. He does throw it up, but it's rebounded by Craig Stirk, and that's the end of the ball game. Final score in overtime, Northwestern 85 and Briar Cliff 83. Time for our One-Eyed Jacks postgame report here on the Charger Sports Network at BCUChargers.com. Scoring for Briar Cliff as they fall to 7-4, now 1-4 in the G-Pack. They were led by Jackson Lamb with 24, Austin Roman with 23, Sammy Green with 15, Connor Groves with 11. Tony Bonner finished with 4, and Andy Geelan with 2. For the Red Raiders, they're now 9-2 overall and 3-1 in the Great Plains Athletic Conference. They were led by Trent Hilbrands with 25, Keegan Van Egdom with 14, Jay Small with 12, Craig Stirk with 12, including 4 big points at overtime. Isaac Heyer and Grant Rohrer with 8 points each, Noah Slaughter with 4, Grant DeMillionaire with 2, and that's the Red Raiders scoring. Briarcliff shot 42.4%, 28 of 66, 14 of 35 beyond the arc, and 13 of 16 at the free throw line. Northwestern 30 of 74 for 41% from the field, 11 of 33 beyond the arc, and 14 of 19 at the free throw line. Northwestern out-rebounds Briarcliff 50-39. 20 assists to 5 turnovers for Briarcliff. That's definitely a happy stat for Coach Figuera moving forward. 8 assists, 5 turnovers for Northwestern. Bench scoring 21-14 for Briarcliff. Points in the paint 34-26 for the Red Raiders. Second chance points 16-2 for Northwestern. Points off a turnover tied at 5. Jackson Lamb 24 points, 12 assists, 5 rebounds. He leads Briarcliff in all 3 of those categories. Trent Hilbrands 25 points. He leads Northwestern there. Craig Stirk with 12 rebounds. He leads his team there. He's a double-double guy as well as Jay Small. Both double-doubles for the Red Raiders. 12 and 10 for Small, 12 and 12 for Stirk. And Stirk also the leading assist getter for the Red Raiders with 3 of them tonight. Remember to go to One-Eyed Jacks for half-price appetizers before or after any Briarcliff contest here on campus that the Chargers are hosting, and you'll get that good stuff from One-Eyed Jacks. So the final score in game number 1 tonight was Northwestern 75 and Briarcliff 56. Game number 2, Red Raiders 85-83 as we run down play in the Great Plains Athletic Conference. On the women's side, it was Morningside 89-66 over Midland. Number 1 Concordia 110-47 over Dome. Hastings 104-53 over College of St. Mary. Number 5 Dort 77. Jamestown 58, and number 13 Dakota Wesleyan over Mount Marty 73-42. Final scores on the men's side in overtime. It was Jamestown 108, number 23 Dort 107. Mount Marty an outright winner in regulation time, 106-98 over 6th ranked Dakota Wesleyan. Number 2 Morningside 92-66 over Midland. And let's see, the final of the G-Pack for tonight is Concordia leading Doane 78-77 under a minute to play in overtime in Seward. So that'll wrap it up for us here tonight from Briarcliff. Our next broadcast here on the Charger Sports Network for basketball will be Tuesday night. The Charger men will host Grandview, and for the women, they will be at Morningside Saturday, then a week off, and play College of St. Mary on the 14th and Dakota State on the 15th. So get over to Morningside, root on the Chargers. 4 and 6 o'clock special start time due to Morningside football coming up on Saturday, so the Chargers will go there. Then now the Briarcliff men will host Grandview Tuesday before going to Clark the following Tuesday, December the 17th. So a little bit of a look ahead there for the Charger men and women's basketball programs. That'll wrap it up for the One-Eyed Jacks postgame report. Final scores here tonight. Northwestern's women 75, Briarcliff 56, Northwestern's men 85, Briarcliff 83 in overtime. Good night, everybody, from the Newman Flanagan Center on the campus of Briarcliff University on the Charger Sports Network at BCUChargers.com.